What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. We are back. I got my new shirt on, and it's nasty. Today has been a very nasty night. We have a lot that we're going to be discussing in tonight's show, but it was a nasty, I would say a nasty night tonight. We definitely going to be covering also. When you come on in the room, like the video, and we're definitely going to do this. So we are live. So shout out to, you all being here. I got my carpet clean. I took down a green screen. And I had, got a crew to come in and shampoo my carpet. So that was great. So we are here with another episode. We have a lot that we're going to discuss in this live. And we definitely going to be diving into the Jason Lee, Armon Wiggins beef. So don't come in here talking about when I'm going to talk about that last. Okay. So don't come in here and ask me when you gonna talk about Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be the last subject that we're going to talk about. Okay. So we're gonna get into our hidden and quitted news. Also, we're gonna be let's show this. Y'all know, shout out to the people that's over there on the Wiley Show Instagram, because we post over there. We're trying to make it as a blog, so we posting things over there, but we did find this out that College Hill, the celebrity edition, is going to be doing new cast: Ray J, Amber Rose, Jocelyn, Omarion's brother, Tiffany Parler. Then you got the other guy. Hope I said his name right. Some other lady, I don't know. So I'm super excited. I watched the last season of this. It was definitely dope. I love College Hill. I think College Hill is definitely a good show. I would love to have it with regular college students, but I'm glad that it's with celebrities. I'm really glad that it's with celebrities. So I'm definitely are going to be watching this on BET Plus. Okay. One day we definitely going to be on BET Plus. So that was that. I had posted that and found that out on social media. Also, too, we actually, in our other hidden and quitted news, we got to talk about Lotto. She her record, and we definitely got this on Lotto, and this was posted or Armon Wiggins, he posted that, so we copied and pasted that. And her Big Energy extends its record as the longest charting solo female rap song in the 100 in the Hot 100. So I'm super excited, and I want to say this about Lotto because I reached out to her in the DM, and I was like, you're gonna have a lot of backlash because number one, you're going against, Nicki Minaj. And so when you're going against Nicki Minaj, people are going to have this loyalty. They're going to have all these things that come about when you're going against, this whole thing with Nicki Minaj. She have a huge fan base. So Lotto, she lost like 100,000 followers on Instagram, and she have lost some people over there on her Twitter account. And like I told her in the DM, anytime you're battling with Nicki, a lot of her supporters are just going to unfollow you, and some people are just going to unfollow you because you was going against Nicki, and then everybody just don't want to be left out, so they're just going to unfollow you. But I said the best thing is to continue to do good music, because the best thing to win with Nicki, I don't think doing diss records would be great, but also producing good content, producing good music, acting and modeling. And don't get into the tit for tat with Nicki, because I don't think you would necessarily win a battle with Nicki Minaj and you go into a beef. But I will say, if you just go back and forward and you just produce good content and music, and it goes to the top 10 and make #1 hits and get Grammys, that's how you win. And that's what people need to understand. When you are out here in the social media world, and when you're out here doing stuff, you don't have to argue. You don't have to go low. Just continue to win. And so the person that you're beefing with, the person that you don't like, they just see you winning. And so that's pretty much the DM that I sent Lotto. Hopefully Lotto will see it, because I definitely DM'd her on Twitter. I DM'd her on Instagram. So we definitely need to see all of that, because I think that's the correct thing to do when you're out here doing female hip hop. Now, mind you, and I want to say this because I think last week we did a show and people were saying, why can't the females get along? It have always been beef. You have Foxy Brown beef with Lil' Kim beef with Foxy. You had the Brat had her beefs and had her disagreement in music. You had Trina having a beef with Kaya. So let's not act like beefs and stuff don't necessarily goes on social media, because beef do. People going to beef. And so this is not uncommon that you see Lotto in her 20s beefing with Nicki Minaj. And we just interviewed a celebrity on our show, a recording artist, Angel Sessions, and she was saying that they don't have, artist development anymore. Back in the day, you had to take a class, you had to learn how to do interviews, you had to learn how to do all of this stuff. And so with that being said, when you are definitely not dealing with that and saying, hey, I don't have this situation, I don't have artist development, so you just go off on the rails. And that's why you see a lot of celebrities getting naked. That's why you see them cussing each other out. They see all of these things because they don't have artist development. They're not actually putting in the work to do great interviews. They're not actually putting in the work to do and to have their style and to be elegant. It's all about reaching out on social media. Even these some YouTubers, we don't have artist development, so sometimes we'll go back and forth on social media. But if we went to a class or university, how to controversy, how to produce content, how not to respond to your critics, I think it would be better. But I think it would be kind of boring if we really have it. And let's be honest, if a lot of artists had, artist development, it wouldn't be no need for the shade room, because they will know not to post out their business. It won't be no need for the ball alert or the neighborhood talk or Hollywood Unlocked. If all artists had artist development and then respond to gossip, it wouldn't be no need. Hell, I would have to shut down my show, because that's all I talk about is celebrity or transition into something else. So again, I'm singing my praises to you, Lotto. I posted you on my Instagram. Hopefully you see our DM, and hopefully you get just to come on the show. Now, Diddy is under a lot of controversy right now, because he decided to take down Kanye West's interview. And many people were saying, Diddy's working with the man. Diddy has been bought and paid for. And I was pretty much saying this. I'm like, excuse me, Diddy is a businessman. If you interview a controversial artist and you are actually being anti-Semitic, you don't deserve to have a platform. If you're doing that, if you're coming against a group of people that you shouldn't be doing it. And so, of course, I'm going to take the video down, of course, because that's about business. And so when we tuned in and we talking about this whole thing with Nori and Kanye West, last night we had the opportunity to go and listen to Kanye on, Chris Cuomo's show on News Nation. And in that episode, he kept saying, don't call me Kanye, call me Ye. He literally was trying to still have these rants, and Chris Cuomo was pulling back like, bruh, the Jews was actually helping African Americans, in the movement for the freedom movement. They actually put their lives on the line, and they actually gave money to the movement. So just because you have an issue with one, don't put all of them in the same box. And I'm like, that's what I've been saying. Don't put all of them in the same box, because it's not right. And so I'm glad that Revolt came to the conclusion to remove the interview, because the interview was definitely not right. I think the interview was in bad taste, and I do believe Kanye know what he's doing. I do believe he's a little manic, but I do believe he know what he's doing, and he's know what he's saying, and he's just doing this to go viral, and he's trying to release receipts to try to go and run for president in 2024. So we're going to see how this is going to happen in 2024. If she's actually going to have a plan, is he actually going to campaign? Because the last time he said he's going to run for president, he just sat on stage and cried. He was crying. So literally, I don't know what's really going on with Kanye mind, but Kanye West. But hopefully he gets the help that he needs, because I'm hearing rumors that he's reaching out to Kim Kardashian and he's trying to get help on that end. So we are definitely going to keep y'all updated on this all with Kanye West and to Diddy. I don't see nothing wrong with you deleting the interview. I think that you have to do what was right for business. Now, I want to give a special shout out. Let me see if I pull her picture up. Give me a second. Where we at? Nicki Minaj said this on a screen, share this so y'all can see that she did an interview today with interviewmagazine.com. And so I want to screen share this and show y'all this. Okay. So Nicki said, this is what she said in an interview. She said, when I started falling in love with rap, I felt like everybody was their own unique thing, whether it was Jay-Z and the DMX or Wu-Tang Clan and Nas or Pac or Biggie, even the female rappers, whether it was MC Light rappers, whether it was Eve MC Light, who I've always loved, even Left Eye voice was unique. To Salt and Pepper, Lil Kim and Foxy Brown never even sounded alike to me. Everyone had their own thing. And I was like, I'm so glad that Nicki brought, Lil Kim name up as well as those other legends, because everybody did have their unique sound. Now, I feel like people try to bite the sound of Nicki with their Roman Revenge, and they're not sounding unique. And so that's why I like Glorilla, because I think she have a very unique sound. That's why I like Cardi B, because she have a very unique sound. That's why I like Megan Thee Stallion. She have a very unique sound. So that's what I like all of them, because they have very unique sounds. I'm not with people that are trying to bite off Nicki Minaj. I'm not with that at all. But I definitely are going to keep y'all updated on that. And I'm glad that she was able to do an interview. And she did the interview with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she talked about about motherhood and all that. And I'm like that. I like that part of Nicki. But then Nicki also have that childish side, and she have that antics, and she, gaslight her audience. And I was even talking to somebody about the Grammys. They said it's unfair that Nicki is gaslighting the audience when the Grammy board and the Recording Academy have not even come to a conclusion who's going to be nominated for the Grammy. But she really pushed the gun and just gaslight her fans to pretty much strong arm the Grammys to make sure she win a Grammy. And I don't think Nicki Minaj will win, because she's still not playing by the rules. And most people will be shady just because they know you want to get a Grammy, just because they know that you want to get something in rap. They want to make sure you won't get it because they know you want that. So that's something that Nicki needs to work on with that. And so that's it. Now, share this live. We finally here. Share this live. We will be opening up the phone lines. Let's get into the main event. Oh my God. Let's get into the main event, Armon and Jason Lee. And let me tell you, we have been busy all day tweeting and Facebooking, trying to get a phone call, trying to call Jason Lee, trying to get Jason Lee on the platform. No word at all. Because I knew that tonight Armon Wiggins was going to be the highest view with his response and with his clapback. So now I want to break things down. Armon and Jason Lee are no longer cool. They're no longer friends. We have called this months ago. We have exposed this months ago that they are no longer cool, that there was some trouble in the camp. And when we said it, it seemed like we was being messy. But I want to thank Dr. Larry Reed. I also want to thank Unwind with Tasha K, because they gave me the information that, Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins is no longer cool. Larry Reed did not give me the information, but Tasha K gave me the information that, it was some problems between Jason and Armon. I will never forget the day that Tasha called me. Hey, Wiley, this is Tasha. What you doing? You won't believe this. I got a text message with Armon getting mad at Jason. And I told you, you know what, Wiley, you was the first one to call it. So I'm going to give you the receipt. You was the first one to say it. And I said, let me send this over to Wiley. And Larry Reed sent it to me. And I said, I'm sending it over to Wiley. And I will never forget it. So we get the text message. Give me a second. I don't know if Armon posted the text message. Let me see if I can find it, because it's been a while. It's been a while with the text message. It's been a while with the text message. So bear with me. I don't know when was that date that happened, because it literally been a while that happened. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay, no, that's the Larry Reid tea that she sent me about his house. Okay, this is her sending me that she had shipped a car out to her cousin. I'm trying to. Okay, these are the receipts on that. This is a receipt when she bought a new car from CarMax. This receipt about her taxes. But where the receipt about Armon Wiggins? Let me see if it's been a lot of texts that we share, so I have to definitely go through it. Oh, this receipt when the bar tried to dox Armon Wiggins. Okay, let me see. It's a lot of text. Okay, here we go. I found it. So back on this was back I think back in April. Okay, back in April 11th. So Larry, let me let y'all see it. Okay. Give me a second. Since we showing receipts, I don't think I ever showed y'all the receipt, but we're gonna show the receipts tonight. Let me email it to myself. Give me a second, you guys. Let me email it to myself. And then I'm gonna show it to you. Because Armon talked about that part, but he didn't say the Wiley Show. So it's only right that y'all see it from us that we was the actual show that put it out. Give me a second. I want to. Okay, let me see. Whenever I email it to myself, I want y'all to see. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, let me put that text first. Okay. Let me. There we go. Here we go. And then I do the second one. Okay. So this is the text message that Larry sent to Tasha K. And it said, hey, Armon. He said, hey, Armon. He said, hey, Armon just told me that Jason Lee just unfollowed him and his whole team. He said, I could tell you. He said the only reason he can figure it is because Armon wouldn't agree to do a new show with him free. Then Tasha K said, yeah, I got word, but why tell me? Larry said, I asked him, could I tell you? I just wanted you to know in light of the conversation me and you had about him being more talented than Jason. So this show you right here in the text that Larry Reid was being messy about the whole thing about Jason Lee. And so that was that text message. So this is just to show you that Armon was in line, that him and Jason Lee had issues way back then, and I really wasn't paying attention to that top part because I wasn't. Now it all makes sense that he painted this picture, and that was the text that he sent. So let me get the other text that was sent. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think that's the same, but it's a little bit on here. Give me a second. I'm gonna upload that. He said, I asked, could I tell you how you feel about it? So now Larry asking Tasha, well, how you feel about it? So those those were the texts. And then I'm gonna read you what Tasha sent me. Tasha sent me this back on April 11th, and she this is what Tasha said. She said, quote, however, Jason put Armon on, put him in circles he wanted. He definitely paid him other ways. He has to monetize the clout in his own without fucking over the people that helped him. Jason should have gotten a pass. And that's what happened, because I doubt this is the whole story, only because it sounded like a sympathy ploy similar to what he did to me in T.S. Madison. So that is what, Tasha K, she sent to me regarding the situation. She feel like Armon was fucking over the relationship with Jason Lee and all of that. And so we got preview of this information. Of course, we did a live. It got a lot of views off of it for the Wiley Show, speaking of the type of views that it got. And that was the type of information. So when that happened, I go to Armon Wiggins today. Jason Lee was upset about that. Why did you, sending stuff to YouTubers and they got it because he must got word that we did the show and it just went viral. And then I said that Armon Wiggins should not work for free. That if you want him to work on gagging on your platform and you got all these millions of dollars and you got the backing of Floyd Mayweather and you got employees and you got staff, you got waiters, you got young teenage boys that you got on your payroll that you sleeping with from Cancun, the Bahamas, you should have coins for Armon Wiggins because let's be clear, he's going to bring an audience. So I pretty much had Armon Wiggins' side and be like, yeah, he should be able to get paid to do gagging. Why would he do gagging for free when he get paid over about $30,000 a month? Armon get paid on YouTube alone. So why should he get paid for free and do gagging for free? That does not make any sense. So why do that when you're getting about $30,000 from YouTube and not even account? That not even account the super chats and the cash apps. And these are just my estimations. And so that was the situation. And so then we listened to Armon Wiggins. He break this down, and there was some highlights that I want to dive into, and then we will allow the public to come on and to talk. Okay. Yeah, it started off with 7.3, then it went up to 8.1. It shows that Armon painted a picture, and I wanted to show the receipts, but Armon already showed the receipts. I'm just giving a review of what he posted. One of the first receipts I seen that I paid attention to, that I zoomed into, is that Armon Wiggins was at Jason Lee's house, that he wanted to link up for a meeting, and Jason Lee came into that, and then Cardi B gave him a shout out. But Jason told Armon, because Armon told him, hey, I'm about to move to LA. I got my notes here and I know I'm moving ahead. I'm about to move to LA. And he was like, well, I know you moving to LA. I mean, I'm going to come to LA for a dog. Oh, no, you coming to LA to meet up with Cardi. So let me go all the way back. You see that part. We're going to get more into that. He started out posting the Breakfast Club clip about Karen Civil. Then he posted Armon had a monkey with a thing around his neck. Then he that Jason wanted to do a show with Daytime T-Sound, Lovely T, and all of them. But then he also called to do some YouTube, to get help with the YouTube, because Jason Lee wanted to come on YouTube. But mind you, Jason Lee is the one that criticizes YouTubers. But yeah, he went to Armon Wiggins to get help for YouTube with equipment and stuff like that. Then Armon was really saying, hey, I was the highest views on the live speaking about gagging. He wants to do the Clubhouse Unlocked. Armon said, I love fucking Aniva and T.S. Madison. Jason Lee was the first one to give him a platform. And he said it was great until it wasn't. And so I want to get to the part of with the Clubhouse. Let me see, because I have that receipt. We posted all this on our Instagram page. So if you needed to see it for yourself, that's what I posted on the Instagram page. Give me a second. Where's that at? Okay. So Kevin posted this was a producer from Jason Lee. Hello, everyone. First, I want to say thank you for everyone for making Clubhouse Unlocked so great. Unfortunately, Jason has a new project that will be taking majority of his time, and so is no longer available to do Clubhouse Unlocked. There is still an opportunity to have a show on Bingo. If you all are interested, thank you all again. Now, mind you, it was a show on Clubhouse. We were blocked on Clubhouse. We couldn't get into the room. We were blocked. But I remember saying that is not going to last, and it didn't. So Jason can't stop the Clubhouse. Instead of Jason telling the group chat, hey, you guys, I got a new project. I'm no longer doing gagging. He had a third party, his employee, to reach out to Armon or T.S. Madison and fucking Aniva. And I was like, that's unprofessional, because I feel like if we cool, then why are you letting your producer say this and you got the same phone? You can text yourself. So Armon Wiggins sent a text. He said this: I actually appreciate all of you and I'm grateful. Dineva, I've always wanted to share a space with you. And Maddie, I don't get an invite. I didn't give an invite to the chateau, but I made the clubhouse. Jason, I'm forever grateful for you being the first and only person to allow me into your space. So that was that stuff with the clubhouse. And in our mind of him speaking about this, um, Jason said something, and I want to see if I have that screenshot. It was a text that okay, it was thinking about Cardi B. Let's get on the Cardi B situation. Cardi B had some controversy. I won't say controversy, but it was something with and Armon wanted to talk about Cardi B. Jason didn't want to talk about Cardi B. But Jason said this to Armon. I don't need a coaching on reading anybody, nor do I need to be schooled on what's trending. I do this daily. If you don't want to do the show, we don't have to, because my relationship with Cardi right now is complicated. And this and this chat on Clubhouse ain't worth extrabating that. Up to you. And then Armand said, yikes, just let me know what we're talking about. So then you started to see that Jason Lee was starting to be aggressive towards Armon Wiggins. And so you seeing all this stuff, and I'm just taking my notes. I'm like, wow, okay, this is what I see here. And then Armon Wiggins started to post, a timeline with things that he was doing in the business, because he really wanted help from Jason Lee. And then Jason Lee really wanted him to go on Clubhouse. And then he had a conversation, and Armon said he's not going to be arguing with Milan Christopher. He's not going to be doing it. These girls are only on Bingo because they couldn't make it on YouTube. And all of this stuff, he was saying that he just will not go on Bingo because he was on Facebook reading. And I was like, I concur with that, because Armon was on Facebook. We were over there with Armon when he was over there on Facebook, and he would just argue with Gate. It was literally ratchet. Y'all think YouTube was ratchet, and I was more ratchet over there on Facebook. We were roast and gag. We would expose people's health status. We were calling trans women men. Like, we were very ruthless. I know I was, and I know Armon Wiggins was. We was very ruthless over there on Facebook. So going on Bingo, it's just not good. Even though people was trying to tell me, Wiley go on Bingo, and I was like, I refuse to go on Bingo. I'm already buying lights. We just bought a new camera. I just bought a computer that costs $1,000. Why would I downgrade and go on my phone? Because I started on my phone. I started going live on my phone. Why would I just stop investing into a show and go on Bingo? That really just not appropriate for me. I'm just not going to do it, because I feel like that is not cool at all, because that's like you're downgrading what you already doing on YouTube. So I'm saying, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to focus on YouTube, because many people have called and asked me to go on Bingo. I said, no, I refuse to go on Bingo, because I feel like, that's you just arguing over and over, cuss people out. YouTube is more professional, where we dive into topics. It's literally like a show. Like, I literally can go on mainstream media and do a show and have a great episode. Bingo, I don't see those guys or girls literally going over there and doing mainstream media, because all they do is roast a guy, dox you, show up to your mama grave, and all type of stuff they do over there in Bingo. So I agree with Armon not doing that. I 1000% agree of them not of Armon not going over Bingo, because I feel like I agree with him on that. So let's get into this. Now, Armon was talking about the producer. Now it's a producer, Floyd Mayweather's producer, or DJ, I'm sorry, and Armon took a picture with him. And then Jason Lee, first of all, he asked Jason, hey, let's go to this event. You have an event? And Jason was like, I'm not going. So Armon actually went to an event, took a picture with the Floyd Mayweather DJ. And then Jason Lee, the next day, took a picture as well. Then we get to the Kanye West. Y'all know that went viral. That was on the Daily Mail and all of that. On the Daily Mail, we fact-checked it. When he actually went on the Daily Mail, when Armon Wiggins was written up on the Daily Mail, they actually had to update the post. They had to update it, and they literally had to change the things up in the article, because at first it was making Armon Wiggins look like it was this event. He was doing good, and then according to Armon, and then you can see this on Daily Mail, Jason Lee had another article written up about the event that he had with the people eating apples and oranges and meeting Kanye. With that, he actually had all the pictures of him, all the pictures of Jay. It was just pictures with Jason and Kanye West, and Armon was nowhere near those frames. Now, I hear that. Then we get to the point where, Jason told Armon, you can't take a picture with Kanye. Armon, get the picture with Kanye. So if you hear all these developments in the story, and just so the audience understand, Armon is saying that Jason was discriminating to me. He did not want to see me grow. And every time I asked him to help me go to the next level, Jason Lee refused to allow me to go to the next level to help me because I need your help. Because Jason Lee do have connections in Hollywood. Jason Lee reached out to Armon and said, hey, I'm going to help you with verification. Literally saying stuff for him to get him to do what Jason wanted Armon Wiggins to do. And that is, I need you to be I need you to be this person, this entertainer, bring this audience to me so I can make a good coin. And then one day I give you the verification. As of right now, Armon Wiggins is not verified on Instagram. So then you see where I get from the notes here, you see him expose Jason doing the same things that Armon does. So I want to read this, not read it, but I want to paint this picture. Like I said, Armon Wiggins show up with Floyd Mayweather DJ. They took a picture. 13th. On February the 14th, Jason Lee take a picture partying with Floyd Mayweather DJ. Then you get to the point with a dog. Armon Wiggins said, I got a dog on February the 20th, 2021. And then the next day, February the 21st, 2021, Jason Lee, he took a picture with a dog. Then Armon Wiggins posted a picture on March 2nd saying this, quote, fresh content dropping soon. On March 7th, a couple of days afterwards, Jason Lee said, testing a new set for gagging with Jason Lee, all new show tomorrow. And yes, I'm back to burning the internet down. So Armon was literally painting this picture that this guy is a hater. This guy is trying to bite my style. This guy is literally doing everything identical to what I'm doing. And so Armon, what did he do? We wasn't privy to this. And I have to give Armon Wiggins credit because this happened months ago. He haven't told me. He haven't told anybody out in the public. If he did, it did not leak out into the public other than Jason wanted him to do something with the money, and Jason unfollowed him. And the reason why Jason unfollowed him, because Jason had his producer reach out to Armon Wiggins, and Armon Wiggins reached out to the producer, said, is it a budget? And then Jason must, according to Armon, Jason felt some type of way. Jason, as well as his entire staff, unfollowed Armon Wiggins. So you hear all of this stuff. You hear all the grievances. You hear all the anger in Armon Wiggins towards Jason because he felt like Jason was mistreating me and Jason was not treating me right. Okay. And that Jason was just really just copying me. And this is, I'm not shocked at all. I've seen this happen. I've seen that this was going to happen, that it was not going to work because I knew Jason Lee was not genuine. And I knew that Armon Wiggins wanted to get connected with Wendy Williams. He never even got, Armon Wiggins connected with Wendy Williams. And I knew that would never happen because Jason only used him to get his YouTube channel popping, used him to get his Clubhouse popping, used him, and even tried to use him. And Armon Wiggins was smart and said no and tried to get the bingo popping. So this is what's all the situation was going on. And so when it came to, the battle of the shows, I asked people, I said, who are you watching? Jason Lee or Armon Wiggins? I even asked people that watch the Wiley Show, who are they watching, that I talk to, that I text. They said, I'm not watching Jason boring. I'm watching Armon Wiggins. So, and then Armon broke a record and got 14,000 views, live viewers on YouTube. That's literally the highest views that he have accumulated. He's literally up there with the Lovely T numbers. He even beat it out Tasha K numbers, because Tasha K can't even crack 14, 15,000 people. The last time she had that is when she was responding to the Cardi B lawsuit. And Armon Wiggins got that with 155,000 subscribers. So he have big numbers. And so I knew this was going to happen. This literally showcased another level to the Armon Wiggins show showed another level to his show and to his brand and to the celebrities, because even with people that don't like Jason, literally watch that episode and probably in Armon Wiggins DM saying, bruh, you got him together. Now, one part of the show that I was like, oh, did he do that? Armon Wiggins had Jason Lee's book, and he lit the book on fire. He lit the book on, whoosh, he burned the book. I'm like, what? Did you just burn this man's book? You purchased the book and you burned it up? But I'm reminded in NWA when they was up there destroying NWA albums, and one of the members said, "Well, they purchased it, let them destroy it." I'm like, "You purchased it?" He literally put the book on fire. Okay, so when I saw that, I said, "This is really, really good." Armon, let's be clear. We have said this in countless videos, and we're going to definitely say it again. Make sure y'all like the video, and we're going to open up the phone lines and let the public call in. But I said Jason is jealous. Armon Wiggins' confidence showcased Jason Lee insecurities. Armon Wiggins' confidence, his ability to entertain a crowd, intimidated Jason. Jason seen the talent of Armon Wiggins. The problem was Jason could not control Armon Wiggins. And Armon was smart enough to say, don't keep feeding me false information and saying that you're going to do this for me, and you're not going to do it. I felt the same way with Tasha K. Don't keep feeding me information and saying that you like me and you enjoy it. Then when I come to your city, you don't want to meet me. That means you don't F with me. You don't. So when we fall out with these people, people say, "Oh my gosh, you fall out with Tasha?" Yeah, because she was playing me. She never wanted to help me. She never wanted to do anything. She'd give me a little camera and that's it. Teach me how to edit. None of the stuff that I'm learning now, I'm actually paying people to teach me how to do, and which I supposed to have been mentored by her. And she said, I want to mentor Wiley, but it never worked. And so when you come back to this with the Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins, I'm not surprised, you guys, because I've seen it a mile away, because Jason is one of those types. He want to be the only one. And this is why I agree with Armon, and I know a lot of Black women don't agree with this, but he was saying you hang around Tiffany Haddish because she's single. If Tiffany Haddish was in a relationship and had a man at home that's eating her right and hitting her right, she would not be running around a gay man. If you see a woman, all she does is hang around gay men and stuff like that, she's single, she ain't got no man. Soon as she get a man, she ain't gonna be doing all that, because her man, especially if he hitting it right, her man, okay, but Tiffany is single, okay, single and just running around Jason Lee. She would come out better running around with Armon Wiggins, because he would help her better with her career, and they can actually do great shows. But I don't think it will work with Jason Lee, because I think Jason Lee is not talented, and I believe that he can't take criticism. And I believe he can say anything out of his mouth. As soon as when you criticize him, he's ready to block you. I remember we reached out to Jason Lee and to come on the show, and Jason was like, Wiley, I'm gonna come on your show. I'm gonna do this press tour. Then I'm gonna come on your show. He did that, and then he dragged Tasha K and he dragged her baby. So I immediately took Tasha K's side. I'm like, why are you dragging a baby? Why? What does a baby have to do about it? And he got angry. How are you gonna do this? I'm not coming on your show. You're this. And he blocked me. He said I was gonna come on Wiley Show, but I'm dealing with these messy YouTubers. But you ain't gonna tell them that you were dragging, Tasha K and her baby. But you're not gonna tell that part. So I 1000% agree with Armon Wiggins. Nothing he said that I disagree with. I'm definitely on his side on this. Are we going to always see eye to eye? No. But today, on October the 18th, 2022, I'm actually on Armon Wiggins' side, because I feel like he didn't do anything wrong. He was being tricked. He was being bamboozled. And Armon Wiggins said, nope, I see where this is going. I see this ain't going right. So let me take my screenshots. Let me protect myself, and let me protect my receipts. Because what Jason tried to do is, when Armon really came out and he started to respond to this entire situation, Jason tried to act dumb, like he got amnesia. Why do people going off on me? I ain't saying, I ain't at you, I ain't sub you, I don't do this. He literally tried to pretend to the public like he didn't diss Armon, like he wasn't throwing shots. And Armon was playing in the live, he was just playing video clips in the live of Jason actually dissing Armon subliminally, just throwing shots that I didn't even catch. Because guess what? I don't watch Jason Lee like that. I don't. I only watch him when Armon go over there. But on his regular show without a celebrity guest or Armon Wiggins, I'm not over there listening because I fall asleep. I fall asleep when Jason Lee comes on. I do. He's just not for me. He might be for somebody else. He's just not for me. And I think people watch him only because of celebrities that he's around. But when he does a show by himself, I'm not with it. It's just not for me. He's very dry. So that's what that situation that was going on. And I know people got a lot to say. So we're going to open up the StreamYard. We're going to drop the link. And this is time we're going to let you, the public, the Wiley Show producers, give your side of what you think about this entire situation. We don't want you to use any profanity. Okay, if you got a cuss, don't call in because I'm gonna hang up on you. I don't care how often you call in, I'm gonna just hang up on you. And so when we checked out the viewership of Jason Lee and Armon won, and I knew it, and I was shocked that I wasn't really shocked, but I was like, damn, he got 14,000 live viewers with no staff. Armon Wiggins got 14,000 viewers with literally no staff. I'm like, what? Hold on. How you get that many live viewers and you ain't got no staff? Hold on. I'm gonna see if we can do the phone lines as well, because I know some of y'all don't like to do StreamYard. So the people that's on StreamYard, hold your horses. We'll definitely bring you on. But I'm definitely gonna see if the phone lines. People in the back, moderators, post the number too, and let me know if y'all can hear Blog Talk Radio. If you can't hear the message of her talking, then it don't work. So if you can hear her talking, then we can open up the phone line. If not, we'll go on the StreamYard. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. So let me know if y'all can hear that message. If y'all can hear that message, it works. If y'all don't hear, it don't work. So let me know if y'all can hear the message. Let me know if y'all can hear the message.
Start your show now. Press 1 to hear important.
Your show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
All right, did y'all hear that? Oh, y'all didn't hear that message? All right. Okay, y'all can hear. Okay, the phone lines is on. It's working as well. Okay, so give me a second while I count down, and then we'll open.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right, so let's open up the StreamYard. IG, you live.
Oh, I'm first.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's just say that Jason Lee is such a gaslighter. You're going to sit here and talk about this man, throw shots, and then when you're directed, you're going to act like you didn't do nothing. I can't stand people like that. Like, if you're going to come after me, at least just be direct. I think what it was is he was trying to control his career. He saw where he's going. He sees the potential, and he's trying to control him. And he's trying to control the way others view him. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he's going back to the celebrity saying, trying to cut the ties, because Armon's kind of worried, like he might not be friends with the people he met anymore because of Jason Lee.
And then that would be dumb if we genuinely have a friendship. If you let Jason destroy, then we would never cool. That's a friend that I don't want, because if we really genuinely have a relationship and you know my spirit and you know how cool I am, call at least at the very least they should call Armon and say, bro, what's going on? But if you just automatically block Armon because Jason told you so, I don't need a friend like that, because that ain't nothing but a yes man.
Exactly. Yes man.
Absolutely.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Talking faces. Yes, you hear.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Okay, first of all, I want to say that was definitely a legendary show that Armon had. It was definitely legendary. Another thing I want to say is Armon should have known this. Jason has been doing things like this for years and not paying people. So, I mean, he has a history of this. I have a little bit more respect for Armon now because I had literally lost respect for him because how are you going to let somebody drag you and talk about you the way that Jason talked about him and then not respond? It just reminds me of something that I heard Nicki Minaj say about when in the past she wouldn't dress lies about her, but she finally came to realize is that when people tell lies on you and you don't address it, they begin to believe it. And then when you finally address it, it could be like a year later, then it's too late because people are already ingrained in them and they believe it. So I felt like, and I was one of the people that said in his comments, you need to address this because I'm never going to let somebody just drag me like that. Another thing, part of the problem with you YouTubers is this. It doesn't just apply to YouTubers, but YouTubers or anyone and rappers. When you are trying to do a quick come up, these are the type of things that will happen to you. But if you try to,
Who's trying to do a quick come up? What's the director towards?
no, what I'm saying is, it's just like Armon wanted this fame and he wanted to be, around celebrities and
But that's
stuff.
not a quick come up because Armand actually been doing work for going on almost 10 plus years. So he wasn't trying to get a quick come up. Jason, the one that came over to Armand, let's put this in context. Jason reached out to Armand. Jason sent super chats to Armand. Jason asked Armand to be on Gagging because Jason Lee wanted to produce, he wanted to get big numbers over there on YouTube. I can understand your point. If
Yeah,
Armand was reaching
you
out to
didn't let me
Jason,
finish though.
but Armand, Jason Lee was actually reaching out to Armand and doing.
I got that. I got that.
I don't
I've
think
been
that
watching.
Armand was trying to do a quick come up at
Listen,
all. It was all Jason.
let me finish putting it in the context for you. I've been watching Armand for years, so I know he's been doing it. I already know. My point is that he did not need Jason Lee. He just needed to keep doing the work that he was doing, because a lot of times you can be working on your own, but then you might see a route that might help you faster. So you take that route and that route can misdirect you. And I think that's what Jason was actually doing, because what Jason really wanted to do was to get Armand under his thumb so that he could suppress him and steal from him, which is what he did. I saw a video that Armand posted up there where he was at Jason's home, and Jason literally had it looked like a court set up.
It was, of course, shut up. It
Like
was.
like what T.S. Madison was doing. So not only was he stealing from Armand, he was stealing from other people. He's been doing that. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times it's better for you to go the slower route than to take a side route to help you to try to move faster. Because even when people are working towards something, a lot of times people do try to say, well, you know what, if I go this way, this might help me a little faster. But when you do stuff like that, it's not always beneficial for you, because it could also be a hindrance for you. Because I actually think that was a hindrance for Armand. And let me tell you why it was a hindrance for him. I think that's part of the reason why he became so ingrained with Cardi B. Now, this is an industry, just listen to what I'm saying, that Armand wants to be in. It's communication, it's celebrities and stars, and you need to have working relationships with people. The way I'm looking at it is like, you don't ever want to burn any bridges or cut yourself out. In the beginning, the way that Armand was going against Nicki Minaj, I believe it had a lot to do with Jason Lee. I honestly believe that. And what I'm saying is here, I believe that Armand could be much further right now if he just had a remained fair, not necessarily to get on a hate train with her, because he would have had more followers. He
Okay,
could have
let
had.
me say this. I hear your point. But if opportunity presents yourself, you have somebody in Hollywood, you take that opportunity. But this is a teachable moment for Armon, is that you speak up for yourself. This is great because he did get something from this deal. Let's not act like Jason did doing anything for Armon Wiggins, because he did. He introduced him to Amber Rose. He introduced Armon Wiggins to Tiffany Haddish. He invited Armon Wiggins to the award show. Armon Wiggins was able to capitalize off the situation and take a picture with Kanye West. Thanks to that picture was on the Daily Mail. Armon Wiggins have been posted on the Shade Room. Armon Wiggins have been posted by Cardi. Armon Wiggins have even been posted by Nicki. So I think Armon got something from the deal. But what Armon is telling you is, don't you gave me something from your table. I am not your slave.
Right.
I am my own entity. So I don't think Armon, people will say, oh, he should never did it. No, this is a teachable moment, because if you work with a snake and you got away from a snake, guess what? You're going to know how to handle the next situation. Some people have to go through a situation, understand, and say, okay, I'm not going to go that route again, or I will have my guards up. What Armon, he learned from this. I believe he learned from this. I believe he's going to look at this situation and say, hey, you cannot trust everybody. Because even with something Armon said I kind of disagree with, when people say I don't trust nobody, that means that they're a slave. No, you can't really be that trusty with people.
Right, I agree with that.
That's just a fact. That don't make you a snake. You can't be putting all your trust into people.
Right.
The same person you do that would be the same one that slapped you in the face.
I agree with that. But I don't think all the things that he got necessarily came from Jason. So that's debatable. But what I'm saying is he could have gotten other things as well, because the amount of support that he could have got by having both fan bases, Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj, because I do believe Jason Lee played a big part in that, because if you watch the show, Jason Lee even mentioned that in one of the videos that Armon played. So I'm just saying that it's just best to be neutral.
Neutral. Again, let me say this. I believe that Armon Wiggins is neutral, because Nicki wouldn't have posted him. Why is it that Nicki posted
that changed? Wait a minute, Wiley.
Once and twice. But what I'm saying is he have always been.
No, he has not.
And he have.
No, he has not.
He have always been neutral. He have even went on.
He has not.
Hold on, let me finish my point.
Okay.
He have always been criticizing Cardi, and then sometimes he's saying Cardi B praises. He done the same thing to Nicki Minaj. I believe that he have always been neutral. I just think it's just new people to Armon Wiggins don't understand that this have been Armon have always been this way. He's been objective on the celebrities that he report on, and that's why I believe Nicki posts him so much versus posting Black Tea Blog, a sister that always sing Nicki Minaj praises, because Nicki probably don't want a yes man all the time. She probably wants somebody to be objective. And she posted this man, and she got him blocked, by the way. And she had posted not Armon once, but she posted him actually twice. You're not going to post somebody that you got blocked twice. That just doesn't make any sense.
That just happened. Again, I've been watching Armon for years, because I watched him before he got blocked. And then I saw him after he got blocked. And maybe that's your opinion, but I watched him. The reason I had stopped watching him for a little while was because he had got to the point that's all he did was drag her, just like when he was dragging Tasha K. Now he has recently changed, but there was a period when all he did was drag Nicki Minaj, and that was
because Nicki Minaj needed to be dragged during an era. She needed to be dragged during an era, and now she's doing okay still.
Again, we talk about business.
So what I'm saying is he still have both fan base, because let's be clear, ma'am. His views, give me a second. He may have lost you, but he have gained hundreds of thousands of viewers. His views is beating Storm Monroe's views, and over here we can name names because I ain't scared. He's even beating Tasha K views, and I'm naming those people, and he's beating my views, but I'm naming those people is because they have more subscribers than him. He's supposed to be my views because I got less subscribers, but those people that I'm naming, he got less subscribers than him, and he's beating them in the ratings. So he already got the Cardi B fan base tuned into the show, and he actually got the Nicki Minaj fan base tuned into the show. And that's a fact. I even followed on Twitter. Both fan base watch his show. Anytime he say something, the Cardi B fan base reshare him, and then you also had the Nicki fan base reshare him. It was some situation where he was criticizing Cardi, and many people in Barty Gang saying you need to unfollow Armon. They tried to pressure Cardi to unfollow Armon Wiggins when he was criticizing Cardi.
I saw that.
He have not always, he's not always team Nicki, like he's dick riding them, and he even pushed back and said, "Hey, this is my channel. I'm media. I'm not a Cardi B stand page.
Recently,
I'm not a Nicki Minaj stand page." And so I think he echoed that, and he voiced that to the people, and that's why he still have the Cardi B fan base, and he still have the Nicki Minaj fan base. Both fan base tunes into Armon Wiggins show, and they do it constantly because I look at the views.
He just, like I said, this is my perception because I watch his show. He just recently did that. I used to watch him, and I stopped watching him because of how he was dragging her so bad.
That's you, man.
You just exactly. And I'm talking. So this is my perspective.
Did he lose viewers? He just lost you, but did he lose massive viewers? Yes or no?
I didn't count his numbers. I'm just simply saying.
No, bro, it's an easy Google search. You can just literally type his name and see it. Did you see? I really don't care that much to Google it. I'm just saying because what you're saying, he just lost you.
I'm just making my point.
He just lost you, but ma'am, he did not lose a huge amount of audience. He just lost you.
I didn't say how many he don't. I just said this is my perspective, so I'm calling in with my opinion. And so I feel like he would have more if he was consistent with being just fair about both. I'm not saying that he has to dog one or the other. I just want him to be fair. And once he changed and he became fair, then I said, okay, then I can support him like that again. And that's what I'm saying.
Well, thank you so very much for calling. Bye-bye. Okay, let me get some callers because we got some callers in here. I'm going to say your last four. You can super chat your way to the top if you're just trying to say something because we're going to get to each caller. We're not going to rush you off the air. We're going to try to have dialogue. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, so this show tonight was epic. I kind of liked it, even though Amar can be extra, but it was pretty cool. And sometimes during the show, Amar was seeming a little pressed. But I guess because he's passionate about it, I would have paid it. I wouldn't have brought light to Jason Lee, but
I disagree. I say talk about it because he broke his own record in viewership. That was a good bit. That was a good business move on Armon Wiggins because he got more views than Hollywood Unlocked, and that's backed by a millionaire. Yeah. So I say go at it because Jason is very controversial. And Jason is not that well liked. People, everybody don't like Jason. So I think there was a good business move for Armon to say, "Hey, I'm going to respond." Armon brought his receipts, and Armon actually showcased, "Hey, I support." He got on the man. This is drag, and it's very nasty. When I'm going to wear your merchandise and drag you.
Exactly. By wearing your merchandise. I was gagging when I seen the hoodie. I was gagging. I was gagging.
Yeah,
it was stuff that I didn't know because I don't follow these people like that. But I was gagging that Amar purchased a dog, and then I believe he said the next day Jason Lee.
I saw it, and he didn't lie because the dates don't lie. The dates. It was one day after.
Yeah, I was gagging the 20th and then the 21st. By the way, Armon Wiggins' dog do look pretty. No shade.
Yes.
That's a cute dog. My first time seeing a dog.
I agree.
But I do want to say that was epic. That ending was epic.
Absolutely.
That ending was epic. That's what you call shade. And he did that part. No shade. But y'all just have to call him a little messy.
Well, thank you so very much for calling in. All right. Okay, we're gonna go to the next caller. We got people calling in. We got people on the StreamYard. So let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on air. Anonymous?
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't call in anonymous, so that was caught me off guard. But hey, how you doing? I just called in because I do love your show. And I just wanted to bring up some points that I noticed. Like, you know, when you look at your show, for instance, I remember a time when people was really dissing you on the internet. It was really funny to laugh at you. It was funny for people to talk about your channel. And when I see your numbers now, they are very large. Like, they really shouldn't even be compared to someone that's pulling in 12K in the live chat, because I see some live chats, they can't even get one viewer. You have in here right now about 800 people. That's a huge accomplishment. And I think it was wrong what Jason Lee did, because essentially what he's doing is he's someone from Hollywood competing with a regular YouTuber. That's kind of sick if you think about it, because it could be someone just setting up in their home like you did, using the resources that are available to them. We talk so much about how the Black community lacks resources. As soon as they do use their resources to start something, here come people, they want to tear it down. They want to talk trash about it. And I don't think it was a good look for Jason. He's not even on the same level as us. A lot of these celebrities, they started coming out with these shows during COVID. They didn't like it that a lot of y'all YouTubers were able to make a name for yourself pretty much overnight. And there was a whole section of YouTube that had celebrities essentially.
And let's be clear, though a lot of those celebrities couldn't even bring in the views like the YouTubers.
Right.
They couldn't. They weren't even talented. They couldn't even bring in the viewership like that. I remember when The Real was dissing YouTubers, and when the pandemic hit, they had to do it out their kitchen. And where's The Real now? They canceled. So, and they was just on there just dissing YouTubers, dissing blogs, and they're no longer in existence.
I really agree with you, because I noticed something the other day. You're the one actually that broke this story that Jason Lee could have potentially been jealous of Armon Wiggins. You were the first one to even bring that up, and you didn't even have any really receipts. Just reading the energy, you could see that's what it was, because even tonight, Jason Lee had 3K maximum in his live chat. That's way far off from a 12K. And even if you look through his videos, he does not get anywhere close to the same amount of his view as Armon. I've seen some videos where Jason Lee will post on one day, he'll get like 37K views. Armon will be sitting over there with 200K views. And he don't have to be talking about anything in particular. And that's the same thing I noticed with your channel. You really don't, you could talk about anything and you're going to have views. I remember I seen recently you posted one video of when you were breaking down what happened with you and Storm, and then you posted a second video with just a live call-in. Soon as you posted it, it was already at 2K views in no time. And I think that's what's making a lot of these celebrities mad. I think Armon does have a personality. Honestly, I think you have a personality, and I think you need to start watching your back, because a lot of people are seeing you, they're noticing you. You do not get spoken about the same. People are putting some respect on your name. I've noticed that. They're watching you. They see the moves you're making, and you're really playing it business-like, because you remember that time when you tried to make friends with people. You tried to get mentors, and they treated you very disrespectfully. And now that you have built this yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, because I've noticed this, and I saw it for years. And when I was in Tasha K city, we reached out to her. She blatantly just lied. And that's what I knew then. I said, this ain't gonna work. And I just focused on the channel. So now the editing, the lighting, the new camera, this is stuff that I'm paying people to ask them questions versus me trying to get mentored by somebody that don't want to mentor. They just want me to be their guard dog and do their dirty work. But when it gets serious to the business, the same way that Armon wanted to get serious about the business and wanted Jason to teach him the business, just like I wanted Tasha to teach me the business, they didn't want to do that. No, ain't got time. You're busy. But when you want to be messy, just like she sent me the text.
I gave you a camera.
Yeah, she gave me the camera.
I remember that.
But don't teach me how to use the camera and how to hook it up. None of that. And so once it was exposed about Storm and him getting a new place, him getting a bed, her painting his wall, he got the full package. Why didn't he get the full package? And we did a lot of Tasha K dirty work. Flipping these streets for her, and we didn't get any of it. And so I've learned from that. And then once we had to break apart, I said, wow, you don't need a Tasha K. You don't like need her. And once I started learning, and then my editor, he started teaching me how to post the clips and smaller clips. I'm like, wow, I don't need a Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? And just like Jason, you don't necessarily need a Jason, because even with Armon with the situation, his quality is better than Jason. And Jason hired people. He got a whole entire staff.
Hiring people.
He got a whole staff with producers and stuff.
He probably has a contract. I bet you he has a contract too. I bet you that's not even his money he uses for the show. He's on some type of contract. They give him advances, and it's not his physical money. Like Armon has to go to work. Absolutely. And then spend his free time, with a little bit of free time he has to work, just like you do. You have to buy your own resources. Why is a celebrity coming with their millions of dollars sitting here stomping on someone who has less resources? That's kind of sick if you think about it. Imagine if Cardi B was doing that, stomping on the little people songs. It's like, for what? You got all of that song, but she did it. As you can see, she posted Armon's song. That's even making Jason Lee mad, because he doesn't like it that a bigger celebrity can take a regular YouTuber and say, let me give them some shine. There's no competition. Like, compete with your own circle. Compete with Joe Budden. That's your competition. Someone that's in your industry, since you said you're Hollywood, Jason. You know, I don't know, they calling him Jason or Bacon. I'm hearing it's Bacon Lee. It's just like, now he's looking like the fool. And I don't think it's a good look. But with you, I think that was good that you got into it with Tasha K. I think it was a blessing, because a lot of people started finding your channel because of that. They thought they were disrespecting you, but all the while, you kept on showing up in the algorithm. And then other people making videos, Wiley this, Wiley that. Yeah, go ahead and put my name out there. Any publicity is good publicity. Thank you. Because as you can see, the chat is very much so full, almost at 800 people. And I'm telling you, it is huge, because I follow a lot of YouTubers, and I go on their chats faithfully trying to get them in the algorithm. Can't even get 3 viewers. I'll be one of the 3 that keep trying to show up every week. And you have grown pretty much overnight. They try to start a beef with you recently. That's how you know you're getting so big. You're in all type of beefs, but meanwhile, you just keep on grabbing interviews. And that last interview you did, that was making the girls mad. They was big mad that you got that interview with sis. You know, and it's like people doing that all the time, stealing people's interviews, doing all kind of stuff. The one time you finally grow enough to get an interview, just like how they did Cardi B with the Grammy, you can't even have your accolades. Now it's, oh, he can't get an interview unless he's stealing it. Like, what? It's always something. So I noticed the trends. And I think you need to just keep doing your hard work. You have a great show, you know. And also, just to make another point, I didn't appreciate as well when people used to always talk about your eyes. I felt like that was really very disgusting. There are a lot of conditions out here. There are a lot of people with disabilities. And I feel like had this been a white YouTuber, that would never have been allowed. For you to just go on a public platform and start bullying someone because of their condition. It's really sick how people bring that up. It's literally something, I have astigmatism. My eyes do all kind of funny stuff. I got to put the glasses on or I'm looking a little crazy. My left eye be drooping sometimes. What does it matter? But I just feel like the way people been coming at it is very sick to me. I don't think anybody should be talking about someone's condition. You don't know what they have. You don't know if he could be going blind. You don't know what's going on. And instead of you thinking, hey, you okay, Wiley? I noticed something. You want to be sick and making fun of him. Like, I don't find that funny at all.
Absolutely.
And I like how you've been persevering, because it motivates me as well.
Thank you.
I like your show.
Thank you so very much for calling in.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Wow, we're going to get to the callers. 0545, calling on air.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, good night. Good night, everybody. I just wanted to make a few statements on a couple of comments that was made. First and foremost, to say that Nicki likes Armon or is into him because she posted him twice, it's kind of unfair when Armon has posted Nicki and spoke on Nicki in various situations, and not only has he degraded her, he also spread narratives that later on were found out to be untrue. Same thing with Jason Lee. So it's like, how can we pick and choose what's okay now because he's exposing Jason when they all were in cahoots with each other to tear down one person for somebody else? Another thing, for Armon to kind of do all of this now that him and Jason is at odds is kind of weird, because if you think about it, they were very close with each other business-wise. Now that they're going at this, they're both exposing each other, and they're both supposed to be media mavens within the media community. So how would a celebrity be able to trust them if the both of them are sitting here throwing dags and like airing each other's business out? If you understand what I'm trying to say, like, who would feel comfortable doing business with them or having them do anything for them when they're sitting here like spilling dirt on each other? If they could do that to each other, who wouldn't they do that to?
I want to say I don't necessarily feel like they were Armon was tearing down Nicki Minaj, because if that was the case, Nicki would never post him. Only thing he was doing was reading cards about her husband, and her husband is very flawed. So, but he did all that, and
I totally agree with that.
And she blocked him, but then she still posts him. So that's a win for Armon. Like, if you block somebody, do you repost people that you block?
Nah.
So that's
not at all.
So that's
I don't engage with people that I blocked on social media.
Yeah. So
but
you see Nicki posting them 12. I get it, but Nicki blocked them. The stands don't control Nicki Minaj's Twitter. She got control of her Twitter, and she blocked them.
That is very true.
And she posted Armon not once but twice.
Videos. That's true. But like you said, she posted him, and he had a right to say what he said because he was dragging her. My whole thing is that opinion is an opinion. That's fine. We're all entitled to our opinions on someone, but it becomes more than an opinion when someone is literally finding every situation to nitpick at someone or to degrade them, or more so, devalue them as a person, or in this case as an artist. Like, it's many sessions that he has had online where he's like came at her, like really violated her, but then yet he sings Cardi praises. So it's like, how can you sit and uplift one, but then you bash at another, and then saying that you're a fan of both? So it's like, you got to pick. Like me, the way I see it, if you pick a lane, stay there. Don't speak on me and then yet try to praise me in the next sentence when you was just disrespecting me not too long ago. It don't work like that.
Well, my thing is that they didn't feel, Nicki must didn't feel that much because she reposted them not once but twice. The same thing with Cardi.
Because she had to follow. They were following each other. She was following him.
Absolutely.
And then, last year, she unfollowed him.
And she posted them this, and then she posted them this, reposted them this year.
Yeah.
So that's
weird
because he's talented.
It's kind of weird
because it's not weird because Nicki Minaj is smart, because Armon, when it comes to female hip hop, he is the DJ academics of female hip hop, meaning that he's the voice of female hip hop.
No, I understand what you're saying.
And that's
like he's
so
connoisseur.
He had that, and so and Nicki see it all. She's on Twitter. Her fan pages see it all as well, and so she reposted them. So I think that's a good look for him on something that he could put on his resume that he got reposted by the queen of hip hop.
Fair, but then again, like I was trying to prove, like just try to express the fact that it's like, how can we sit and call those certain accolades, or like, because I consider that being posted by someone with Nicki Minaj's stature is an accolade, because who can say that I'm an up and coming blog, or I'm a YouTuber, and I got posted by a person that's very relevant in pop culture? That's very, like, congratulations to him with that. And he's very talented. My whole thing is that why, as soon as she unfollowed you or she blocked you, you went full throttle with just attacking her as a person, but then yet now, because you at odds with Jason Lee, you exposing stuff that certain people kind of had a feeling was going on. So now you're sitting here saying, oh, well, he came to you and told you, oh, he shouldn't have been coming at Nicki as much because Cardi doesn't give him anything of monetary value. But that's all I had to say.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you so very much. Bye-bye. Okay, Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, what's up, Wiley?
Hey.
Boy, you need to play the lottery, because you was right. You remember right before the corona hit, you said the YouTubers got it on lock. And then all them people jumped on YouTube. All the YouTubers get way more views than the celebrities. First of all, you know what took the celebrities down? 15 years ago when wasn't the people the animation started. What's Marvel Studios came in, baby. You got Marvel Studios with Spider-Man and all that stuff. That's when the celebrities really went down. You got 400 million in one weekend for a Marvel Studio movie. Then Angelina Jolie now can barely make 20 million on some. So celebrities been dead. YouTube run it, and you said it right before the coronavirus. I remember you said it, Wiley. Okay, that's giving you an accolade right now. Keep on going, boy. But let me get to this Armon Wiggins and this Jason Lee. First of all, Jason Lee is drier than a piece of toast, and his hair was so dry today, I thought eggs was up on it, and it was a nest, baby. But Armon Lining was real way back too. He need to get some of that Hollywood hair too. But anyway, and some of your people be talking too long. That boy, who the last person, he was talking about Nicki Minaj. Boy, these bars need to stop. Y'all grown men and women talking about praising another one. Nicki Minaj is on the internet just like everybody else, looking at us doing what we're doing. And you said it, Wiley. You said it, just like Star Jones, not Star Jones. What's the other fat lady from the View? The fat one. I forgot it. Lonnie Love talked about YouTubers, and now she on another show with 4 other people. You know, and she and YouTube got it going on. And y'all keep on doing y'all stuff because these celebrities all on YouTube and they don't get the views because celebrities died out like 10, 15 years ago. That's why you see Nicki Minaj, them on there, all them. You hear me? Everybody is on YouTube. And Wiley, you one of the ones to watch. You do your stuff, Wiley. Do your stuff. And Armon won tonight. And Jason Lee kept on talking about, I'm not going to even attack. You are attacking when you address it. He's a phony. He's a name dropper. And he's ugly. And I'm gone. Nobody cares about no Floyd Weather and Tiffany Haddish. She ain't even funny. Look like her breast feet. Bye.
Okay. We got a lot of callers. If you want to super chat your way to the top, you can. We're definitely going to get to you. We're letting y'all speak tonight. 1287, caller, you're on the air. 1287. We saying your last.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello.
You're there. Hello. Hi. Welcome.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna make it real quick because you've been having a lot of long calls. Armon just totally exposed Jason, and Armon was hurt. You can tell, because that's not his style. You know what I'm saying? But Jason was really playing in his face and disrespecting him. It was obvious. Besides that, it's trending on Twitter, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
It's trending. Okay. Armon is trending on Twitter. Yes. Okay, because somebody just DM'd it to me. Okay.
But I've been.
Jason Lee is trending on Twitter, and
yes, baby.
And Armon is trending on Twitter. Let me post that. Yes, thank you.
That's what it is. Yes, baby. That's what it is. I just wanted to call and tell you that. I love your show. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Wow. And y'all say that nobody that was smart on Armon. I have to give him his credit. Let me repost that on my Instagram right quick. Okay. 9467, caller, you on the air. 9467. I gotta let you go. You got music playing. Anonymous, you live on the air. Make sure your background is silent. Anonymous, private caller.
Hey, Wiley.
Yes, hi.
Yes, good night. I take my hat off to Armon tonight. Armon did a good job. Now we could probably crown Armon the king of YouTube. He did a really, really good job. The thing about it is, I don't want to get into the Nicki Minaj and stuff. You could see that Armon was hurt. But what we're not even looking at is when Jason Lee started his show, he even called Armon a roach. We know roach is black. And the fact that if you so love this, you so for black media and this and black this, black that, why would you call that man a roach? So that is just to tell you the type of character that Jason Lee is. He was only trying to use this guy. He was only trying to make this guy look bad. And even though if a man went under him to get where he has to get, he did what he has to do to get where he is. I don't think he really need anybody. The young man is talented. He know his stuff. Sometimes he lets, his emotion get the best of him. He gets really angry. And, tonight he plays stuff. You can see all the cockiness in him, man. coming down to the end, the way he dragged Jason Lee, he dragged that man for filth. It was nasty. I mean, from the beginning of the show to the end, it was entertaining. If anybody said it was boring, it was entertaining. And I just think he just got to keep up his head up high. I don't think nobody going to stop mess with him, or celebrity is going to have nothing to do with him. The guy did what he had to do. And Jason Lee is not for no black media. So this is for all YouTubers who thinking that, Jason Lee is this thing looking to help them. He have connection. I don't think you need no connection. If you're talented on YouTube, people would look at you. Celebrities will watch you. People want to invest in you. So you don't need somebody else to put you onto somebody. If Cardi B still want to mess with him, because if you listen to certain things Jason Lee say, they were talking more like, he telling no man, don't talk about Cardi B. He ain't messing with him. Because he don't mess with Cardi B, that means a man shouldn't talk to him. And I don't even think a man is the person that people say, yes, he dragged Nicki Minaj and whatever. He did what he had to do. But if you look at him, it's like he's being very neutral. And some part of a man tonight give me like his breakdown. The way sometimes you might see Nicki come on live, he give me something like how she is. He break it down to you. You have to really be there listening to catch him. So I don't really want to say, yes, he dragged her, but I think a man is starting to get a lot of things that Nicki Minaj is saying about these new rap girls. He's not looking at the husband and stuff. I think he's getting it.
There you go right there. Thank you so very much for calling in. The Barbs is definitely excited right now that Armon dragged Jason. They are definitely tweeting. All right. We got another caller. All right. We say your last four. Make sure you mute me in the back because this is live. Share this live. Make sure you thumbs up this live. Next caller, 7639.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this brief. But tonight, oh my gosh, I've been waiting on this all day. Like, I took a nap and everything. I was like, I got to go to sleep because I'm going to be on this live tonight. And I was waiting on you to come comment too. But get to the facts. Start to finish, Armon did what he needed to do. He didn't come to play. He did his big one tonight. You hear me? Like, he had receipt after receipt after receipt, all down to the picture of the dog. I said, Armon, like, what are you doing? He said the man was copying everything. And it's so evident. Like, the naked eye, people wouldn't catch it. But when somebody really throwing darts at you, yeah, his dogs do holler. But if you directly throwing shots at me, yeah, look innocent to the public. But when you know, you know. So I don't feel bad for Jason Lee whatsoever. The fact that he all on his show trying to be all calm, I wanted him to have that energy, the same energy that he had when he was out there talking about the pink panties and sitting at his table and EBT. Like, give that same energy. Do not sit up here and be like, oh, I wasn't even talking about him. Like, it was so disturbing. Like, it's clear that she was talking about that man. And the fact, the hot tea is when he changed that article. You know what I'm saying? When he changed the article and made it seem like, oh, it was about him when Armon got posted first, the first sighting of Kanye West, okay? So I didn't even peep that. And I do a little following myself, but yes, I'm so here for Armon. I know you too, and I'm proud of you too, Wiley, because, when I first started watching you, I was giving side eyes. But the more that I continue to watch you, I respect you as a blogger and up and coming media personality.
Yes.
But I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No,
thank you.
I had to do that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for the whole thing because it's people like Jason Lee that call themselves trying to usher in new people. But really what it is, like, folks want to steal that young energy because they know the younger group that's coming in, they have more ideas, they more creative, they intellect, they know how to use computers. Like, Jason, like, again, how do your show look like that? Like, what is that in the background? Is that supposed to be like a skyline or something? It was just like, what is going on out there? Like, I don't get it. And it's crazy. They want to use up the young people, get their light. But Armon was not going for it. He said, no, sir, I will not be silent. I'm not the monkey behind you. You're not
All
about to
right.
puppet master me. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. We go to the next caller, 2494.
Hi, Wiley. I
Hey.
just remembered something. I was talking to you when you said that he benefited off of all those things with Jason. Armon also said in the video that all the connections that he got, with the exception of Cardi B, he said the people unfollowed him. He said he don't know what Jason said to them or anything. He said, but they unfollowed him because he said that they were Jason's friends. You don't just meet celebrities and all of a sudden they're your friends. So they were fooling with him simply off the strength of Jason, and he said they unfollowed him. Also, Armon Wiggins said in videos before that Barty Gang was going to be mad at him because he was going to start being fair. And that's when he did. So when you say the Barbs are tweeting and why Nicki posted him because he finally said something fair and truthful about her. And that's why she posted him. And even she was talking to the Barbs, and she told the Barbs, she said, don't drag him because he said something positive about me, finally. And that's the truth. And that's why she posted him. But he was, in fact, dragging her for filth. And he was disrespecting her as well. And I was just simply saying that I think he could get a lot further because he is very talented. I've always liked him. But when you disrespect women, especially Black women, I can't roll with you. So when he changed his ways, then I was like, okay, I could support him again because he is very talented. And anybody that's in this YouTube or entertainment industry, it would be wise for you to listen to people when people tell you you want to remain fair if you want to be in this industry, because that's going to get you a lot farther.
All
You
right.
can
Thank
be
you, ma'am.
neutral and be fair to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. 6320, caller, you live on air.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, I just subscribed. It's my first time seeing your show, and I'm liking your vibes.
Thank you.
I just wanted to comment on the, no problem. I just wanted to comment on the whole Jason Lee thing. I'm proud that somebody's finally speaking the truth on him because I felt vibes off him for years when he was fat. After he lost his weight, he's gotten worse. Like, he was terrible then, he's worse now. Armon is, I'm happy he's waking up, being fair, like the last caller said, because I'm a Barb, and how he was disrespecting Nicki just based off his love of Cardi it was weird to me. But either way, I'm happy that he's finally coming to your truth, because ain't nobody really your friend in this industry, and that's just the honest to God truth. And Jason Lee don't really like Black people, even though he's half Black. It's kind of weird too, but yeah, I just wanted to make that comment and continue doing what you're doing, baby boy.
Thank you so very much for calling in. All right, we will be
No
reading.
problem.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. We will be reading some tweets as well. So once we get to the call, we'll read some tweets. 6380, caller, you're live on air.
Isn't that funny that the last caller was 6280 or 62638, whatever. How you doing, partner? This is kind of like a weird situation. I didn't
No,
expect
thank you. No, thank you. You're a Trump supporter. 0235, caller, you're live on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Listen, I think I particularly don't care for Armon, but I'm with him. I'm rooting for him on this one because Jason was just flat out disrespecting him. And I think that he showed, I didn't watch the show, but burning the book, that was genius. Because I bet you that book was trash anyway. So my thing is with Armon and with Nicki, he has been dragging Nicki. I see he is becoming more neutral, right? But my thing is that I don't understand I know the first time that Nicki posted him, it was to get a reaction out of Cardi. because everything Nicki do, Cardi follows, and that's just a fact. Now, that second time, I think that she was trying to prove that even that people who do not like her agree with her on the Grammy situation. So I think that when Jason got caught a wind of that, he's like, "Oh, you're supposed to be Team Cardi. You're supposed to be riding me and Cardi. You're supposed to be on Barty Game, right?" So I think that he took offense to that. And I don't even think, now coming back to it, I don't even think it's about the jealousy. I think it's more about Jason feeling betrayed, because the way that he is coming off, it feels like Armon wronged Jason, which just isn't true. I think that Jason is just being petty, and he's just doing too much for nothing. Because at the end of the day, you still boring, you still whack, and I don't even like Armon, but Armon has the talent. He's good at dragging. He's good at presenting the topic, and he has a loyal audience, unlike Jason. So Armon, keep doing your thing, make your money, and I'm with you on this one. I'm with you, and that's all I gotta say. Why? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. The last four. 66380.
Hey, there you go. All right, we're back. Good, perfect. Dude, I actually really love the show, man. This is a lot of fun.
Do you know who Jason Lee and Armon? Hold on one second. Do you know who Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins is?
Well, no, that's actually why I wanted to call in, because it's kind of funny. Because I've been listening on hold for a while, for like an hour. The show is awesome, and everybody loves you. You seem like an awesome, real great person. But somebody told me somebody was talking crap about Jason Lee. I thought they were talking about Jason Lee, the actor, actor and skateboarder, the one who played My Name Is Earl.
Yeah, not that Jason Lee.
That's how I became a fan of the show. Now I'm a fan of your show.
That's the white guy. We're talking about the half white Jason Lee.
Oh, screw
the
that
blogger
guy, because apparently nobody likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people. First of all, people like you. I could tell, because you got a lot of followers, a lot of fans, and everybody's been being real nice to you, and I love that. And that's what it's about. So screw that son of a bitch. I don't even know who Jason Lee is, what he does. What does he do?
He's a urban blog. He's a CEO of Urban Blog, Hollywood Unlocked. Have you ever heard of Hollywood Unlocked?
No, but I guarantee you I'll hate him tomorrow if I can.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much. I will see you at the next Trump.
He can kiss my grits and Chief Wiggum and all them. You guys keep kicking ass, man.
All right.
You're doing a
Thank
good
you.
job, man. People love you.
Thank you. I will see you at the next Trump rally.
Fuck that guy.
Okay. Well, I'll see you at the next Obama rally.
No, man. I'm a Tulsi Gabbard guy.
Oh, okay. We'll see you there. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right. God bless, man.
All right. 5598.
He sounds so cute, didn't he, Wiley?
5598. Hello. Are you there? Hello?
You can't hear me?
Yes, I am. Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. So, thank you for that, Wiley. How are you?
Doing well. So what's your mind? How did you see the video?
Don't rush me.
We've been on here for almost 2 hours. Get to the point.
You know what, Wiley? Okay. What I was going to say was what I was thinking about when Mr. Barbs was talking is it's hard to understand if Jason is jealous or if it's a competition thing, because I've watched Jason on Bigo, and Jason had a similar person like Armon on Bigo, right? And so it was all fun and dandy when he was co-hosting with Jason, because Jason had a show on Bigo similar to Hollywood Unlocked, right? But what Jason did not do was he did not put this popular guy on Hollywood Unlocked. He kept him in the pocket of just Bigo. But the dude has a huge personality similar to Armon. And he's equivalent as far as his popularity that Armon has on YouTube. The dude was popular on Bigo, right? Now, the other thing is, I think that too, Jason Lee is very treacherous. And, when Armon was like, I don't care what you do to me, that's commendable. But at the same time, I think he was right in everything that he did. I mean, it worked out for him. But I have literally seen, Jason like call apartment complex to talk to the leasing office of somebody, telling them they're a pedo and all these different things, getting people evicted, putting notes. Like, he literally put that this guy is a pedo in his neighborhood on cars, flyers. So, Jason, he really goes to extremes to knock out his competition. But the thing about Armon is when you are solidified and you know exactly what you are doing as far as connecting with the audience, you cannot shake that. Even if he were to try to remove his channel or whatever, I mean, Armon is that popular and his brand is that solid where he could go anywhere and his fans will follow him. So that's it, Wiley.
Thank you so very much. When it came to that, thank you. I feel that Jason was definitely jealous of Armon Wiggins. He did not like that Armon Wiggins was trying to fact check him and get him together. He just did not. He just didn't like it at all. And Armon showed a timeline outside of the Tiffany Haddish that this man has been throwing subliminals, and Armon broadcasted to the public. 9561, caller, you're live on air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Zadon.
Welcome.
Listen, this has been an incredible. This has been an incredible show, a great episode. I am glad that Armon finally has addressed Jason Lee. It's been a long time coming. I wanted to touch on a few points from the previous caller said, the whole Bigo thing, right? And Armon. This is the whole thing. When Jason Lee was on his show, he wanted everyone to go to Bigo. Go to Bigo because you can make money up to $20K a month or whatever. The reason why he decided to cancel the Clubhouse Unlocked thing with T.S. Madison, fucking Aniva, Armon, because they weren't making any money. Clubhouse wasn't going to give them a deal. But Bigo was going to pay them if you go on the show to broadcast. And so Jason Lee went on Bigo, and he was, getting to all the other Bigo people on the platform, arguing with them, and he exposed one of the people that was on the platform. The name was Mother Tay. Allegedly, Mother Tay was talking to one of the kids, was 14 or 15 years old, on the platform. Now, one of the rules and regulations on Bigo is that you have to be at least 18 years age of old to be broadcast on the platform. But the young guy that was on the platform lied about his age, was only 15, and that he was getting messages from allegedly Mother Tay saying explicit and sexual things to the young man. So Jason Lee exposed it, went to Bigo's people, production or, whatever, and told them the situation that was happening with the young guy and Mother Tay on the platform. Jason Lee was on the platform with Tamar Braxton for a little bit, and it was so much drama, it was so much chaos, it was so much thing on the show that Fox Soul decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna cut ties with Jason Lee because of this whole situation, because we don't condone none of these sexual acts or whatever. So Jason Lee decided to cancel the Bigo platform because he got the lawsuit from Bigo. I also wanted to bring up a point where Armon mentioned Jason Lee, him being on Jason Lee's show. Now, I was on Jason Lee's show for almost 2 seasons. Jason Lee didn't, so Armon didn't make up a point where how much he was paid by Jason Lee from doing the 2 shows afterwards. I would have liked him to expose that tea. Jason Lee made a point of saying, well, we weren't going to just pay you. We weren't going to not pay you at all. And this is the whole thing. Jason Lee had a downfall. He was going through a depression, so he wasn't doing any shows. So he wanted Armon to come on his show and to basically keep the views up and stay on his show to keep the audience coming in. Jason Lee been at that same 329K subscribers since for the last year or so. The highest he ever got was at 345K. Now it's back to 329. And so now you have Armon Wiggins that's finally coming out and exposing all this tea about this. Now, Wiley, as you know that you reported back on this message when you got a message from Armon Wiggins to Larry Reed, Tasha K to the Wiley Show. So obviously all the reporting that you've done, that we've done, we all had it correct. The only thing that we didn't have were the receipts. And so Armon finally has pulled out the receipts. Now, Wiley, my question to you is, what do you think about Armon exposing Jason Lee? Are you happy that he's done this? Are you excited that he went out and basically said it?
I think what he did was great for the culture. It was great for his brand. It showed that people say, "Hey, you can't control me." He got some new subscribers tonight, and he's actually trending on Twitter. It was very strategic and smart of Armon to say, "Hey," and to do it during the same time slot as Jason was perfect. Armon did not wait till Jason got done. He showed the power of it, of his audience, and his audience is stronger than Jason Lee. Now, Jason Lee have a stronger brand outside of YouTube, yes, but if Armon put the energy he put on YouTube into his Instagram blog, the sky is the limit for him. And so I think Jason saw that in Armon and said, "Listen, I'm just gonna give him a little crumbs, but I'm not gonna give him the whole pie."
Absolutely. I want to bring up one last point, Wiley. Kelvin Unique, he was the producer of Gagging with Jason Lee. I don't know if you know, but he's not working there at Hollywood Unlocked anymore. As of probably like a few months back. I was actually in Hollywood and I was clubbing in West Hollywood. I actually ran into Kelvin at one of the clubs I was in. And I said, "Kelvin, what's going on with Jason Lee? Why is he being all shady? Why is he being all this way?" He's like, Jason Lee's kind of stuck in his ways. It's like we like you there on the show. We want you to come back on the show, but Jason Lee just doesn't want you on because he feels as though, you're taking up the show too much. I'm taking over the show as the show's all about me. And my whole thing was, I did bring the drama on Gagging with Jason Lee. Now, my whole point is, Wiley, I'm not trying to say every show has to be drama, but every other show has to be a little bit of drama to keep the people going. Now, when I was on the show, Wiley, the whole Gag Nation's on the show with their merch. As of lately, there's only 2 or 3 people that's on his show still riding with him because they are minions and they follow everything Jason Lee says, and that they don't have an opposition. The thing is, as many of you have an opposition against Jason Lee, or you don't, or you're saying something that he doesn't agree with, he will cut you off so your voice is now heard on his show. And that's the reason why I'm no longer on Gagging with Jason Lee. That's the reason why I'm not going on his show anymore until I get an apology. And even if I get an apology, I still won't come on your show because I know how you are and how you treat people. Finally, Armon has woken up from the dead and realized that Jason Lee is a hater. He doesn't like other content creators, and he is jealous of them, and no one can be bigger than Jason Lee. And so, at the end of the day, he'll just try to do whatever he has to do to get rid of you. So, but that's all I got to say. Well, thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you so very much. Okay. All right. So, that was great. I definitely wanted to read a couple of tweets, and then we will be finished. I definitely want to read a couple of tweets here that people are writing in here about Jason. They said, "Tonight, I hope Nicki Minaj continues to not build any sort of relationship with these bloggers and keep them at a distance. I hope Cardi B end up cutting off all relationship with these bloggers because this doesn't look good for her." That's what somebody said on Twitter. Then another tweet said, "Over 13K MF is in the chat. From the book to the teddy bear to the crown to the whole gagging shirt. Y'all going to start putting some respect on this man's name. He was quiet way too long. Another legendary show." Tonight was a legendary show. Armon Wiggins burning Jason Lee book. Wow. Then plays deposit your check. Armon Wiggins 13K in the chat. Dissected a Hollywood Unlocked bully and a narcissist. Well done, Armon. #Armon. #deposit your check. So people are definitely tweeting this on Twitter. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, Wiley, what's good?
Doing good.
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that I'm glad that Armon stood up for himself, but what Armon just did was he contradicted himself. And the reason why he contradicted himself is because he dragged Lotto for standing up for herself to a narc when he just stood up for himself to a narc. He basically told Lotto she should bow down to Nicki Minaj, and he's not taking the same advice that he just did, you know? And he was mad at Lotto for exposing the message between Nicki Minaj and her when he just exposed the voice notes between him and Jason Lee. So instead of telling her to bow down, you know, he should have been telling her, yeah, look, stand up for yourself, because I'm dealing with something similar. Nicki is a narc, Jason is a narc, Tasha is a narc. All three of them want people up under them to be their minions and want them to follow them. So what he did tonight was stand up for himself. And that's the same thing that Lotto did. Lotto tried to hit Nicki in the DMs, tried to figure out, hey, you've been subbing me all this time. I've been keeping it cool. That's the same thing Armon did. Even texting Jason Lee saying, hey, you know, what's good? Do we have a problem? Do we have an issue? Jason has been subbing him. Lotto got pushed to her limit. She exploded, started exposing stuff. And that's the same exact thing that Armon is doing. And the only reason why Nicki Minaj posted Armon is to get at Cardi B, because Cardi B had posted Armon his song on. She had retweeted his song on her page, and Nicki Minaj, what she did, Armon was talking about the Super Freaky Girl remix, and it was basically kind of shade in there towards Cardi B. So what Nicki did, she posted Armon. So that's how he got a post from Cardi and Nicki in the same week. So I just hope that he don't. I just hope that he tread lightly with the whole Nicki Minaj stuff and just pay attention, because she's using him just like Jason Lee used him. And that's what I want to say about that, Wiley.
Yes, but I feel that, you know, where Armon Wiggins is coming from, it was long overdue to expose Jason, because Jason and Armon, they had a longer relationship than Lotto and Nicki. Because Nicki, you know, Nicki wasn't trying to mentor Lotto or nothing like that, or saying, let me put you on the wing and then try to copy everything that Lotto does. That wasn't the situation. But when the situation between Armon and Jason, he exposed that Jason was copying him. He exposed that Jason was jealous of him. He exposed that Jason was literally trying to, you know, stop his bag or try to stop him from going to the next level. And Armon tried to get help from Jason, and Jason didn't help him. And then also Armon was helping, you know, Jason Lee with the quality. I think people need to put some respect on Armon, that Armon was helping somebody with a staff that's on payroll, that he was helping them to learn how to hook up the equipment. Because if you remember, gagging used to have so many technical difficulties when gagging with Jason Lee first came out. So we will see how this is going to play out, you know, in the future. Armon responded to Jason by name, and let's see if Jason is going to respond to Armon Wiggins by name. Because like I said, both of them is trending on Twitter. Armon Wiggins is trending on Twitter as well as Jason Lee. So let's see if Jason's going to call Armon out by name.
Everything that you're saying is true. I mean, Armon had an opportunity to actually work under Jason Lee versus Lotto didn't have the opportunity. However, Lotto had been praising Nicki publicly for years and had been DMing Nicki, you know, behind the scenes about working with her on music and getting little tidbits of advice and stuff like that. And then Lotto started seeing that Nicki was shading her because Nicki didn't like the interview that Lotto did where Lotto was saying that now you have more female rappers. And so, of course, it's not 100% identical, but it is similar in nature to where both parties was trying to work with people and trying to make sure that they didn't have an issue with people before they let the cat out the bag of what was going on behind the scenes. Like, we didn't know nothing about these voice notes. We didn't know anything about Armon wasn't getting paid any money to be on Jason Lee shows, all of the stuff. Same thing with Nicki and Lotto. We didn't know how Nicki felt about Lotto and some of the other women, and how she, you know, basically told Lotto she wasn't gonna be nothing in a shell. But it's very, very similar.
I don't think it's similar because Armon is totally different, because Armon and them, they had a business. They was in business. Lotto was trying to get into business with Nicki. It's totally different. Nicki didn't say, come to my house, do this, come to my war shows and do this. No. Or Jason was actually stringing along Armon. And then when Armon wanted to talk about the business, that's when Jason felt some type of way. And then when Jason, to slap in the face, when Jason would send his producer, and then when Armon said, hey, what's the budget? Because I already get paid. Like I told you, we get paid over here on YouTube. And if you got a lot of more viewers, they get a good, nice check. If you retire from your daytime job doing YouTube full time, you get a nice check, especially if you out here wearing this. Because these shoes right here, we have showed these shoes, Balenciaga boots before. You making some coin over here. If you got money to put this on your feet, you got some coin. So when Armon wanted to understand the business, Jason did not want to teach him the business. Jason did not want to teach him how to get sponsors, how to get verified. None of that. Jason just wanted to use Armon to keep him close, to keep him away from all these celebrities. Because why would Jason say, I know you come to see Cardi, and then for Cardi just to post him that same day, Jason knew that he couldn't control Armon. And then for him to what thing I feel like is very shady is that we already got each other number, we following each other, we talk to each other, we just have this relationship. Can you call me and ask me and tell me why you unfollowing me and my staff, unfollowing me? Like, let me know. And so, but once it leaked out to the public, once I got my hands on the information, that's when Jason Lee finally responded back to Armon, because Armon texted him and said, do we have a problem? And Jason didn't respond. That not until we went live and exposed it, and then that's when Jason Lee responded to Armon Wiggins.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's not, like I said, for me, it doesn't feel like it's 100% the same, but I feel like they do carry some similarities. Lotto wanted a song with Nicki, even though she had been kissing Nicki behind for however long, and Nicki was never going to do a song. Armon wanted to be verified, kissing Jason behind, even though Jason wasn't going to do it. He was not going to put Armon in the forefront of him. So
it was genuine.
That's all I got to say.
Thank you. It was genuine love, because when Jason brought him more, Armon brought the viewership. When Armon hosted the show, the views was there. So it was a business relationship. They wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, besties. It was a business relationship. And what Armon really showed and showcased, he said he wanted to learn more about the business. And when he started to want to know more about the business, that's when Jason started to feel some type of way. But thank you, sister, for calling in. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got more callers in here. We definitely going to get to you. 8748, caller, you're live on the air. 8748. Yes, I can hear you. I know you're driving. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm driving back to Houston. I just needed to check the last comment. She said that Nicki Minaj only posted Armon after Cardi B. That's a lie. Nicki Minaj posted Armon after he was gagging from her lines from Super Freaky Girl remix. So that's a lie. Cardi B posted Armon's song Deposit Your Check after she had got into it with Akbar V regarding the Supergirl Freaky remix, you know, the drama with that. So if you're going to quote something, quote it right. And then also, this just lets you know that people hear what they want to hear, because Armon did not say that in regards to the whole Lotto and Nicki Minaj situation at all. So I don't know why she called in with inaccurate information to make a point, try to compare two different situations. But that's all I had to say. I just needed to check her real quick, because like if you're gonna post something or if you're gonna make a point, make sure that it's actually accurate, and that was accurate.
Well, thank you so very much. Also, thank you so very much for calling in. Also, to make sure y'all go to that video that Armon did. He got 6,000 likes. It is definitely being shadow banned right now, because when you go to the homepage, it's not showing. Let me make sure I double check that it's showing on the homepage. Because right now, the last video that is showing is Nicki Minaj and Lotto exchange blows in the messy Twitter. So I think they're trying to shadow ban it. So make sure y'all go over there and like the video. And make sure y'all like this video over here. Because we live. 6040, calling you live on the air.
Hi, Wiley. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm up, and it's stuck. Up, and it's, is that a song? Up and it's stuck. But yeah, we here. We here with the mess. And we
Wiley,
knew
we
this
got
day.
in, Wiley,
We knew this
we
day was
got
gonna
into
happen.
some things tonight.
Absolutely.
We got into some things tonight.
Okay, yes.
We got into some things tonight. Armon tore into Jason something terrible. He ate Jason up. I gagged the whole time. I was speechless. The book burning, the read that he gave Jason about his Drink Champs interview, when he said Jason had said don't trust Cardi, Armon got into some things. Honestly, I was not ready for the live to end because I felt like it was more Armon wanted to say, but he was kind of like almost trying to play it safe because he really don't know how it's finna go after this, like after this live. He don't know like how Cardi gonna be feeling because her and Jason do have a relationship that was longer than him and Cardi. So I feel like it's more stuff that he wanted to get into, but he didn't get into it.
I agree with you on that, and we gonna see. Cardi should definitely be neutral of both because both is beneficial. It's beneficial to have Armon on your side. It's beneficial to have Jason on the side. I don't think Jason got to be careful how he move because now everybody want to say, okay, what's your response? Because when I went over there to Jason Lee's chat, I see nothing but Jason Lee comments. I mean, I see nothing but Armon Wiggins' name being blasted over there in his comments.
And mind you, while Jason was live and Armon was live, people was going over in Jason's chat and Jason mods was deleting all the comments asking him to respond to Armon. I don't know. And another thing I want to get into is I feel like a lot of Barty Gang is hating on Armon because of his post that he got from Nicki and because of this Lotto situation. And they're trying to gaslight him, and it's sad. Now, I don't agree with everything that Armon has said when it comes to Nicki, but right is right. And because because he didn't give them the response that they wanted when it came to that Lotto situation, you see how that last caller tried to make it like Armon basically told Lotto to suck it up, and now he want to expose that this is a totally different situation. It's not the same. Just like you said, Armon was helping Jason with YouTube. Everybody knew that. Armon was doing business with Jason. Lotto and Nicki had no business. And even then, Armon didn't play no recorded phone conversation. Now, Armon did play like some voice notes in a DM and show some text messages, but we all seen this coming. And I want people to stop bypassing Jason, gaslighting Armon because of their hate for Nicki. And everything that's going on positive in Armon's life, people are trying to make it this Cardi versus Nicki thing. Nicki only posted Armon because Cardi did it. No, that's not true. Nicki followed Armon before Cardi knew who Armon was. Thanks. Because Armon was a female rap connoisseur. He still is. That's why Nicki followed him. And then because whatever reason, Nicki unfollowed him, then Cardi started following him. But before Cardi posted his song, Nicki had posted Armon. And that's what people need to stop. You know, they need to stop trying to take Armon good moments away from him and mixing him in with this Cardi versus Nicki stuff. And stop trying to bypass what Jason did to Armon behind the scenes to fit y'all narrative to hate Nicki. And that's all I wanted to say.
I agree. Thank you so very much sis, for that. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to the next caller. We are live. Man, make sure y'all thumbs up the video. We the Wiley Show, and we love it, and we are Team Armon Wiggins on this. I'm not riding his peen, but in this situation, I'm Team Armon. Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. in this situation, he was 1000% to feel the way he felt and the way he clapped back to Jason. 2494, caller, you live on the air.
It's me again.
Yes.
Your last caller. I agree with what she said. That's why people keep intertwining Armon, Jason, Cardi, and Nicki. Your last caller, she hit it right on the nose. That's why I said when I called before that I think Jason played a big part in the messiness of how Armon treated Nicki Minaj.
I don't think so.
Jason played a
because
big part in
because Armon has been critical of Nicki before he even got in contact with Jason. So that's just not true.
He was critical of her, but he was not, Wiley. He was not dragging her and disrespecting her like he had begun to do. He wasn't. He was critical. He would give Cardi compliments and he would give Nicki compliments. But then when Nicki followed him and his relationship began with Jason Lee, he just started like disrespecting her and just dragging her for filth. And the moment that he said on air that he was gonna stop doing it, because I think he realized that a lot of things that he was saying was wrong. And then he realized, he even said on one of his shows, I'm telling you, I watched his shows. He even said, you know what? He said, I just have to be honest. He said, Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. He said, I still love Cardi B. She's still my girl. That's what he said. He said, but Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap because Jason Lee played a big part in that. And I think that was around the time that things began to unravel. Also, I have a question to one of your callers that called in. She said that Armon needs to stop having relationships with these rappers. So I just need to clarify one thing here. Armon has never had a relationship like where he talks to Nicki Minaj. He's never had that. We don't
know if Nicki have not called him or not. We don't know, because just like we didn't know all this information that Jason Lee did. We don't know.
We do know why, because he said it.
Okay, we don't know if she or we can say we don't know if she would ever had a relationship with. I do know that he have a connection with Cardi. He have her number.
She wouldn't have that relationship.
I'm just saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. I didn't say that he would never have that relationship with Armon, that Nicki would. I didn't say that. The lady said that he needs to stop having that relationship. And I said he's never had that relationship with Nicki Minaj because he said it on his show. So we do know that he haven't had it because he said it on his show, that he's never talked to Nicki. She liked one of his posts and she started following him. That was it. But he has an actual relationship with Cardi B where he talks to her on phone. He goes to her events or whatever. So when she said Nicki Minaj is controlling him, telling him what to do, no, she doesn't do that. She's never done that. But Cardi B talks to him. He goes to her events. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay. Oh, ma'am. Everybody want to know, are you a barb? How old are you to be a barb? Because you should be.
Yes, I am a barb, and I'm 50 years old.
Oh yeah, okay. So you the type of barb that will go to her concerts.
Yes, I will go to her concert. Why? Because I'm 50, I can't go to concerts?
No, I didn't say because if 50 goes to concert. I'm saying you the type of barb that will go to her concert and can afford to go to her concerts and go and travel and stuff like that. I can tell in the voice.
To buy everything she has, and I do. And when she comes out with music, I buy her music on every credit card that I have.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a name, Granny Barb. Do you like that term?
Well, I'm not a grandmother, but I'll take it. You can, if that's what you want to call me, then that's fine, honey. I don't have any problems with labels. I don't have a problem with that, honey. I got a 401k plan. I have a pension plan, and then I'm gonna have Social Security, and I work part-time just to get out the house. Because I'm 50 years old and I'm already retired.
Yes. Okay.
So let's say it. And another thing, the reason I support Nicki, because I wasn't a real big Nicki Minaj fan at first. But when I saw the hate train against this black woman, that made me support her. And so that's why I support her. And that's why I go hard for her, because I know it's a lot of people out here that wanted to end this woman's career. And you know what? It's like this. You cannot like a person, but you don't have to want to end a person's career. That's problematic for me. We all have people that we don't like, that we work with, we don't like, but you're not at your job trying to get that person fired, right?
All right.
Nobody does that, but that's the way they do it in the industry. So yeah, that's why I support her, and I'm proud of it. And anybody that don't like it, I really could care less.
Right. So you have been supporting Nicki since she started, correct?
No, I told you I wasn't a Barb then.
Oh, you wasn't
I
a
told
Barb.
you I only became a Barb when the hate train. Once the hate train started against her, that's when I became a Barb. When the hate train started.
Well, we thank you so very much.
And I would do that for.
Go ahead.
You know what?
Go ahead,
Even Tasha K. I wasn't even a wino, but when I saw that everybody was going against Tasha K, then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna support this woman, because a lot of people, I've lived my life and I see that people make mistakes. Armon has made mistakes or whatever. That's why I can go back and support him. I cannot support him and go back and support him. And I've been on people's channels and, they block me, but that's okay. I can still listen to the content if I want to, and I can still comment. I know how to comment if I want to, because this is a public platform for everybody. And one thing that I didn't like what Armon used to do, when people would call in and they said things that he didn't like, he would get mad and hang up on them. Rather than me just cut him off, I stayed in his comments and I tried to give him positive feedback. And I told him, you want to grow your channel? You say you want to get your own show. The way to get your own show is to listen to everybody's perspectives, not cut them off, not hang up on them. Because when you get your platform, that's not how people do when they have shows. They don't just start blocking everybody or saying, turn the channel off, don't watch my show, when they have these shows on TV. You need to conduct yourself now the way you would want to conduct yourself if you had an actual show on TV. And that's why I was saying it would behoove a lot of people to listen to people's advice when they give advice, because a lot of times they're really giving you good advice. And that's why I was telling you that Armon, I feel like he could have been much farther had he not linked up with Jason Lee, because everybody knows Jason Lee has been toxic for years, and Jason Lee does not like Black people. Somebody else said that on your channel. So clearly they've been knowing Jason as long as I've been knowing Jason, in this entertainment industry. And Jason does not like Black people. That's why he called Armon a roach. And that's the same kind of verbiage that Cardi B uses towards Black people too, roaches. But, some people have to see for themselves, and you have to let people, like you said, learn from their mistakes. You have to let them go down that little road and make that little mistake and learn. And then, it's a lesson learned.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. We got another caller. 1000. You're live on air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Doing good.
So the birthday party is totally off now, right? Okay, anyway, that last caller, now listen, I know you're not age discriminating against people. That was kind of rude of you. Now, what if we said snake eye?
It doesn't
you have
matter,
a problem with
man.
that, wouldn't you? Huh?
No, I won't have a problem with it at all. Because people got called it countless times. I said, do you want me to call her Granny Barb? I asked her a question. I said, do you want me to call you Granny Barb? She said, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't think that was rude? You don't think that was rude?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Didn't Armon used to call you Snake Eye? Anyway, but you always gonna talk.
This is the ma'am. I don't care what a person called me. This is the Wiley Show. If you don't like it, you can watch another show.
Excuse me, Wiley. Don't be getting pissy with me now, because I'll come down to Dallas now. You better watch that mouth, young man. I'm an elder.
Okay.
So
you're elder. How old are you?
Don't worry about how old I am. See, there you go. That's the problem with you young folks. I ain't got no training. You don't ask no woman how old she is.
But you call me Snake Eyes. You ain't acting like a lady.
No, I said, what if someone called you Snake Eye, referring to the fact that you called her, you were derogatory in what you called her.
I was not derogatory at all, ma'am. Don't put words in my mouth.
You ain't go out talk. Me, I know it is your show, but listen, I'm the elder. See, that's that disrespect again. That's that disrespect.
Well, ma'am, you can call
you
you could tune into Bishop T.D. Jakes. He said women are too masculine, and you sounded like a masculine woman.
There is no way that I sound masculine. That's the problem with people of your orientation that you guys want. It's okay if you guys sound feminine, but when women see, when we have an idea, when we want to talk, when we want to express ourselves, you people of your orientation, you guys are like, oh, you're too masculine. You're too masculine. Well, you know, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, let's get back to what's his name? What is his name? Your love, your crush. What's his name? Armon. Anyway.
Let me pause you. That's not my crush. I just want to, because rumors get started like that.
You weren't in love with him?
No, I was not. That's a brother. That's not. I don't have a crush on my. I was never in love, or am I speaking about in a romantic way? No, absolutely not, ma'am.
That's not what he said.
But that's him. I'm telling you, speaking to me, and I'm telling you that ain't like that.
Oh, you saying that now? But
no, I have always. Hold on one second. I have always have said that, ma'am. Don't start no rumors. I'm gonna have to hang up.
Okay, all right, okay, don't hang up. But Armon did the same thing to Tasha K. To me, and I know that's your crush, but to me, Armon keeps calling Wolf. That's my opinion. He keeps calling Wolf, and it's starting to become a pattern. Is it right? Is it wrong? I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is he's developing a pattern, just like Tasha K. Just like Tasha K. Now, you have to remember, Armon and Jason have a lot of similarities. They're both gay. They're both from the Bay. They both like the limelight, okay? They're the same. They're the exact same. But if you want help from someone, and why is it that he still needs help? He's 5 years in the game. Why does he need help, or does he need clout? Let's clarify here. What is it that he needs?
But he's talking more so about the business of being verified, the business of the blog, learning how to get sponsors, learning how to get the money that Jason Lee have.
He's 5 years in the game.
I understand there's people in the game 20 years don't have all the knowledge, ma'am. And guess what? You hold on one second. And you talk, and if someone like Jason Lee come to you, you're gonna pick his brain and get some ideas, especially if you're helping him out, bringing high viewership and putting money in his pocket. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Jason Lee, wait, pause. Jason Lee went to Armon.
No, I'm talking about Armon. No, Jason Lee went to Armon to use him for the show. That's a fact. He went over there. He super chatted.
Who brought who first?
Armon.
Who approached who first?
I'm speaking about this, and I'm telling you how the situation went. Jason reached out to Armon to do a show. Okay, did Clubhouse. Jason used Armon for his audience. That's how I feel. And Jason Lee can disagree with me or not, but that's how I feel. He used him for his audience.
Is that how you feel, or is this fact?
But these are facts. It have to be facts because I don't know who reached out to him first, Mel, but who brought in the ratings? Who brought in the ratings? Jason Lee reached out to Armon Wiggins to bring him for the show. And all of this stuff happened, and then when things wasn't going right, Jason wanted to change up on him. This is what we're talking about, man. It ain't about who reached out to him first. When they did reach out, and when they did talk, ma'am, it does not matter. Hold on one second, one second, ma'am. Hold on, okay. I have to mute you on the Wiley Show. It does not matter who reached out to whom first. It matters is when they were talking, when they was in this business relationship, when they were cordial. Jason was doing some weird stuff towards Armon, and he was copying off Armon. And then when Armon asked about the money, that's when Jason Lee ordered his staff, and including himself, to unfollow Armon. So that's what we're talking about. Ma'am, I'm going to give you 60 seconds, and you give your closing remark. I'm going to go to the next caller.
That's funny. You cut me off. So did this same thing happen with Tasha? Do you see the pattern?
This is different than Tasha K.
How is it different?
He never met Tasha. He never been in Tasha K home. He never been around Tasha K. He didn't have to ask. He even asked Tasha K for help, and Tasha didn't do it. And Tasha K didn't help him. And Armon had to find out how to do these things. But for Jason, Armon was in Jason Lee's home, not once, not twice, but over 3 times doing for the show.
No, we're not talking about the aspect of being in someone's home.
What I'm saying is,
the fact that Armon still is asking for help.
He was asking for help. It's nothing wrong with asking, ma'am. Is there something wrong with asking for help? I just wonder. Is there something wrong with asking for help?
Well, one thing is not asking; it's asking for. That's number one.
So it's
number
nothing wrong.
two,
It's nothing wrong with asking somebody for help. Like, come on, like, ma'am, you're gonna all okay. I gotta 0235 caller. You live on the air.
I don't know what she was talking about. I had to call back in for a second because I had to address something because people want to say something else that's totally not true. The people are saying that Jason is the reason why Armon dislikes Nicki. No, let me explain. Armon has been disliking Nicki, not now because he's becoming more neutral. I agree with that. But before, the reason why he had a problem with Nicki is because Tasha got that phone call with Nicki Minaj, and then Armon proceeded to throw tantrums and start to drag Nicki, and that's the reason why Nicki blocked Armon. So I just want to put that a bit. He's been disliking Nicki for a while before he even got into Jason Lee corner, whatever, right? So my thing is this: everyone has their opinions in saying that, oh, the reason why YouTubers fall out is all because of Tasha K. No, this is the problem. And I know you're going to disagree with me, Wiley, but I don't think that nobody should be friends on YouTube because there's too much conflict of interest. You have to understand, you guys are fighting for the same thing. It is a competition. You guys are fighting for views, more subscribers, more money, and that has to do with interviews, with topics, and you guys are going to be talking about the same thing, and you guys are not going to have the same opinion. That's the problem. I think that everyone should just stay in their own lane.
I don't see a problem because we do have people that have friends on YouTube and they're doing very well. Look at Kevin and Mikhail. They have been together for 15 years doing YouTube, and whatever fallout that they had, we never knew it, and they still doing the show almost 15 years later on YouTube. So if you have a like-minded person that is good, you can actually have a successful friendship. But if you're in a relationship with someone that feel like they're better than you and that they're jealous of you and they envy of you, the relationship won't work. But if you genuinely meet somebody that's like-minded, that's cool, that will not talk about you publicly, that if y'all have a disagreement, y'all will handle it privately, that's a good thing. So you can find people out here that are cool and that you can be cool with. Don't let Jason and Armon fallout discourage you to become friends with a person that is on YouTube. Because like I said, you can have great relationships with people on YouTube. It's just about it's about who the person is, right? So that's just how I feel about it. But with Jason and Armon, it was bound to happen because Jason Lee had a toxic spirit, and then he did not want to see the next man come up. And Jason Lee is an elder, right? He Armon Wiggins is 10 years younger than him, and he's supposed to be mentoring him because Armon is the next generation, and he failed to do so. And so Armon did, very wise of him, and to show the public, listen, I'm not weak. This is what happened, and it's not just about Tiffany Haddish. I'm going to tell you the story because Jason subliminally just dragged Armon Wiggins. And Armon is the type of person, he put an address on it. And so I give him credit for doing so because he could have easily done subliminals like Jason. He said, no, I'm not going to do the subliminals. I'm going to respond to him publicly.
Right. I see what you're saying, but all I'm saying is this. And this is not just towards you, this is just general. If you're going to be friends with these YouTubers, make sure that you don't try to mix personal with business. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep that at a minimum because there's just too many fallout over that. Like with Tasha K and Daytime Teen Time, that was a conflict of interest because they were both interviewing Avion, and the Daytime Teen Time interviewed Avion's manager, and then Tasha K clapped back and discredited the manager. We just see this time and time again. The same thing with you and Storm. So I'm just saying we should just keep this.
Me and Storm does not have. I don't be on the phone with Storm. I don't be in Storm house. We're cordial, right? We're cordial. It's not a friend. It's not a business at all. Just because a person hit the link and call into a show does not make us friends. We don't have a friendship. We don't be on the phone. I count on one hand how many times I've spoke to Storm, maybe twice. So we don't have a friendship. He don't know anything about my private life. We're not going out to dinner. We're not going out for lunch. When I go live, he will hit the link. That is the relationship, what it was. He's not a mentor of ours. He asked us to come on, I want to interview you. I went on his show and I got interviewed. But people fail to realize Storm been on the Wiley Show over 20, 30 times. So that's what the relationship was. It was just you come on the show, drop out of the bushes, hit the link. That's what it was. It wasn't a friendship. Now,
I'm not saying that. I'm not. Oh, you can go.
No. And somebody said something really important. Fox and CNN don't get along. So you always have beef. This is just small fry of beef. But, beef going to always go on. And so, and friends, me and Armon, I thought he was my friend. And but we never met each other in person. But we went our separate ways. And things happen. How many friends are you still with from your childhood, from high school? You probably count on your fingers how many friends you still have from those eras of your life. So this is not so uncommon because people will fall out. And then we also got to sing blessings like Kevin and Miguel of a duo that's been on YouTube for all these years and have not broke up. They still doing the show together. So it's people out here that's doing great things and that are friends. We just have to shine light on them as well, like we shine light on the breakups.
All right, and all I'm going to say is this. You don't need no mentorship to be successful. And that's all I got to say, Wiley. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And I concur with that. You can get it on your own. All right. 1287. Caller, you live on air.
Yeah, I had to call back in. First of all, I didn't appreciate that woman who was fussing at you. They're not getting this. Armon has been a Nicki fan for ages. Armon did get mad about her marrying that dude, and he got mad when Tasha K got the live interview. Jason, he was supposed to be his mentor. Jason was not honest with Armon, okay? He wasn't trying to be his mentor. He was just using him. And Armon didn't say anything for a long time. But when he started subbing him and disrespecting him after he was his yes boy, Armon had enough. He was fed up. That's it, and that's all. So all these conspiracies and these lies that these people are talking about is just that, conspiracies and lies. It was a pure relationship. Armon looked up to him. Armon looked up to Jason, and Jason treated him like shit, and he got tired of it. It's just like a woman who's been battered by her cheating boyfriend, where she finally gets fed up and leaves him. That's what it was. Don't you think, Wiley?
I hear you, and I hear your point, and you're definitely telling the truth, Bam. Whether the people want to believe it or not, you're definitely having facts.
Okay, it's like stop the madness. It's like people. I guess ever since the COVID, people are really out of their damn minds. They want to fight everybody. They want conflict, no matter what. But Jason Lee said on his live that, he's been going through anxieties and now he's taking medication. So maybe that'll be his excuse why he treated Armon so bad. He was, undiagnosed, because he said that on his live, with only like 2,000 people watching. And then one of the bloggers, he blew her off and she put that on Twitter. They're coming for his throat. He's still trending.
He's still trending. And do you have a Twitter? Yeah. You have a Twitter account?
Oh, yeah. I'm on the Twitter right now. He's still trending. Yep. Jason Lee is still
I have a feeling you sent out a couple of tweets.
You know I did. I mean, it's like, yeah, I said, you know, Jason Lee, you hurt Armon, you treated him like he was your boy toy, and he finally got fed up and had to, you know, bury you. Definitely. He had to do it because you didn't respect. It's only so long you're going to take disrespect. Okay? If I'm doing everything I can to, you know, win your approval and show you that you can trust me, but yet you still got your eye. You don't trust me and you're subbing me like, oh, I'm fake and all this. You know what? You ain't got to sub me no more. I'm going to give you what you want. Okay? And whatever happens, it just happens. But at least it's all out there. Okay? And they were lying. Someone created a lie. Oh, Armon Wiggins exposes that Cardi B was paying Jason Lee to talk bad about Nicki. I said, that's a lie. I was on his live. He did not say that. He did not say Cardi B was paying bloggers to speak bad about Nicki. So that's another thing that they're trying to run with on Twitter, which I know Jason Lee can be orchestrating that lie just to make Armon look bad. But listen to the live. That's not what Armon said.
Thank you so very much.
That's why I had to call back.
Thank you so very much for keeping it real. Wow.
Okay, bye, baby.
Bye-bye. I mean it. We running a poll right now, and we asked who is right, Jason Lee or Armon Wiggins. 11% said Jason Lee. 89% said Armon Wiggins is right. Wow. Let me check the community wall poll. That's a blowout right there. So on the community wall, 7% said Jason Lee. It's even worse on the community wall. 93% said Armon Wiggins is right. Wow. I've never seen a poll like this before in my life. That is a blowout. So the majority of the audience is on Armon Wiggins' side. We done a poll. That is a landslide. We're going to leave it up. So we'll let y'all look at it. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. We are definitely going to be paying attention to what is Jason Lee going to say. What's going to be his clapback. The video that Armon just dropped got how many thousand views it got now? I think it was 30-some thousand. Let me double check and see how many views it got. It's now up to 40,000 views, and he just got off an hour ago. It's up to 40,000 views. People are definitely. So I want to read a couple of those comments. Okay, bear with me. So somebody posted on his said, I don't ever think he wanted a friendship. He used you for your spunk, personality, and tech knowledge out of low-key aspiration, and then screamed at his staff when they couldn't mimic what you were doing solo. Okay, another comment said, person that commented on Armon's post said, Jason's behavior towards you is very disturbing to listen to. You smiled through it all. That's what's eating him the F up. With all the negativity he was spewing your way, he couldn't change your trajectory. All that time you kept smiling big as F. Stay happy. And you know what? It makes me so glad knowing he was treating you so bad, watching you so happy at his award show, your birthday party. All the time you was being mistreated by Bacon Lee. We would never have known because of your outlook and energy never changed. He's an empty, unhappy, soulless person sending you love. Another person comment, I'm so proud of you for standing up for yourself. I used to be a fan of Jason's show, but he really has a nasty, vicious spirit, so I stopped watching. He was clearly trying to keep you in his pocket to only pull you out when it benefits him. You have a totally different and positive spirit behind everything you do, and he sees your potential to be even bigger and better than he can go. He has been stagnant for a while now, but instead of passing the baton, he wants to try to hold you back and break your spirit. Keeps fighting for your place because you earned it without his help. Another person commented on mine. First, I want to say you did a fabulous show. You're standing up to this narcissistic, envious person. Needs to be done. He needs to get out of his head and realize he messed up a great relationship, but then he doesn't know how to have a relationship as he is up in his head. Wow, these people, I'm telling you, the comments are definitely there. Let me see if anybody was comment over there on Jason Lee. So give me a second while we see what they said on the Jason Lee post. Give me a second. Let me go to Hollywood Unlocked. Let me see. And Hollywood Unlocked only got 17,000 views. Let's look at it. Jason's one of those friends that you want to do well, just not better than me. It's really sad because great people help pull Jason up, yet he doesn't genuinely give that back to others, but claims he's for the culture. Another person commented on the Jason Lee post. Jason Lee is a true definition of playing victim and the villain at the same time. Smile. Jason Lee tried to bully Armon, but Armon got him the F off, got him to F off him. Team Armon, Jason, you may have the money, but Armon is genuine and real. That's something money can't buy. Somebody else said Armon is authentic vibe that reflects light. He's naturally funny and has a very easy disposition, but watch your mouth. Jason, you know exactly what you're doing, throwing shade and hiding hands. Somebody else said, I'm glad I chose to watch the legendary show. It was dry over here, baby. Yikes. Jason doesn't know the culture, so how does he think he can control it? Saying Nicki never responded to Sheeta is silly. Unfollowing and following Armon, Jason hate will be the end of him. Weaponizing your platform against people who won't interview with you is sick. Good luck. Armon has more than 11K in the chats before legendary shows. Armon HRA up with receipts. Lord. Team Armon, Jason Lee is a hater. It's crazy because I only follow y'all because I thought Armon would be on here, but now that he confirmed that he's not, I can unsubscribe. Somebody else said, talking about you helped his platform, baby. He clearly helped you. He's the only reason I came over here. Team Armon. Now Jason is a hater. Armon showed Jason true colors. If you throw a rock, hide your hand was a person, Jason Lee. So they are definitely that way. And also, Larry Reed donated $500. 3747, call you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. Just reading comments, doing a Wiley show.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is that I'm not Team Armon, but I will say that it's just when something is right, it's just right. Like Armon is right on this, whether he messy or not. We all know how he can be, but you got to just give it to the boy and let it. The facts is stated, like 90% landslide. Armon is not in the wrong on this, and Jason Lee just seemed like a big bully. Like somebody too old to be even trying to get clout off of Armon. Jason, you supposed to already have it on lock. That's why you Hollywood Unlocked. But Armon really did his thing tonight in his live. And yeah, I had to come over here and creep over to the Wiley Show to see what you was doing. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Thanks. Bye, y'all.
Not creep over here at the Wiley Show. You making it seem like
I have my church finger up.
Okay, you have to creep on over here. Well, stay up, creep, and stay. Oh, man. Thank you so very much, sis, for calling in. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. Give y'all thoughts. Make sure y'all show some love to our channel by thumbing up. Also, if you want to be a blessing, our Cash App is $MarquisWater28. That's our Cash App. Also, too, my birthday is right around the corner. We're asking for $32 per subscriber that want to contribute to our birthday. I'll be turning 32, so we're asking $1 per year. Okay, if you want to contribute. We did it last year. You all did great last year. My P.O. Box is 701122, Dallas, Texas, 75370. Again, that's P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas, 75370. Thank you all so much for calling in and showing support on the show. I got to go because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten nothing all day today. All right. Yes, yeah. Larry Reed does know how to donate to channel. I love that about Larry Reed. Grawley's YouTube messy. Okay, thank y'all so very much. I'll be 32 years young. Yes, thank y'all so very much. And leave us a comment. I want to know, how do we do? Leave us a comment. Peace.
it.